This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey bitch, what is your whole deal? Hey bitch, just tell us how you feel. You wished for a sign from above. Well, here's a podcast about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love. Seek treatment if you're boring as fuck. Seek treatment if you're unlucky in love. Seek treatment if you just can't take a hint. Well, seek treatment with Kat and Pat.
Hey, wait, I have a question. Were you saying hey as a greeting, or were you kind of acknowledging that hey is actually a snack for horses?
I was sitting here saying if hay is for one thing, it is for chomp chomp horses. My name is Kitty Cat Cappuccino.
Saturdays are for the boys, hey is for horses. My name is Pat Cappuccino.
And this is Seek Treatment,
a podcast
about boys, sex, fucking, dating, and love.
And everything in between.
We're live in the studio with one of the most special girls in the world. Thank you so much for joining us. Put your ears open for Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh, hi.
Hi, welcome in. Welcome in.
This is the best day of my life.
We've already addressed that you look perfect.
Yeah, you look
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Your Mew
the
Mew, your
headband
Blair
was for
Waldorf,
you.
I'd accept.
The fake ear or eyebrow piercing.
Oh, is that
fake?
show? You didn't know?
So does it come in two?
It's it comes in two. You like glue them on. It's Half Magic by Donnie Davy, my makeup
love.
artist. And I just want to show that I am trying to kiss girls right now. So that's what this is for.
You are
And
trying to.
then
Oh wow, it does
outfit
signal
is,
that.
Outfit is trying to get a Mew Mew ad, but it's not yet.
Isn't
We're
it
manifesting that.
Yes.
Isn't it interesting when we sartorially have to kind of like express what we're looking for? Like, I'm always like, I'm hoping I'm presenting bottomy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah. I think you give it right
Be
now.
careful.
No, you look amazing, Pat.
how would a
thank
top
you.
dress? Kind of like me right now.
Well, ultimately, like
You-
all I know
Is
is
there anything?
I showed our good friend Ryan O'Connell a picture of someone I had a crush on, and they were like at a concert, and they were just for the concert they were going to, and Ryan was like, he looks like a bottom, just based on like
Going to a concert.
going to a concert. Yeah, so it's like, who knows?
You never know. Can I ask you something, Dylan? Have you tried the Half Magic, like that purple one? The purple highlighter?
Yes,
It's the most special powder in the world.
people Half Magic. That's the plug for
Right?
today.
It's really
We have
nice.
a plug
good.
for today. We have a plug for each day. And,
Yeah, for
and
each day.
even days we
That's
don't
what I'm
record. Even days we don't record.
Okay, so I have to tell you what I experienced.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get this over with quickly, but I need everyone to know what I'm going through. Listeners of the pod know that I have absolutely twisted, fucked up ovaries. Shout out. They're covered in cysts, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. If you know, you know. Haven't had my period in 2 years. Yesterday, I go to Disneyland for the first time. I'm there for 14 hours. I get there at 10 a.m. I'm on the ride formerly known as the Tower of Terror,
What is it known as now?
like Avenger
Wow,
slide.
I didn't know they
I
did
mean,
that.
at this
Oh,
point,
it's the Chris Pratt movie.
it's Chris. At this point, it's Chris Pratt like 3D slideshow. Anyways,
Why-
but you're
yeah.
falling.
When it comes to
Don't get
Chris Pratt, I'm like, why do you have to be Christian?
Guardians.
me-
I hate Guardians.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
what it was.
Is that different? Okay.
No,
No,
I
it is
think-
Avengers.
It's
I
the
figured that.
it's Guardian Tower. Anyways, I'm sliding up and down it. I'm eyes closed, shrieking. I go nonverbal and I get scared, so I'm not screaming. I turn to my friend. I'm like, by the way, I might get a little quiet. I go fully nonverbal. I'm like, I get up from the ride. I go, I think I just started my period for the first time in 2 years. Go to the bathroom, gushing. And today I'm wearing a full diaper. Like the reason why I'm wearing this big, like hungover sorority girl shirt is because I'm like covering my diaper. And I just want everyone to know about that.
Wow. So, and I was saying, because I actually heard, before we even connected,
Right.
I heard from a mutual friend.
Well, everyone's talking about it.
I was walking around Frogtown, which is
Ribbit,
like,
ribbit.
do we need to call it Frogtown?
It's cute.
And she said, "Did you hear Catherine? You're currently at Disneyland time." You're like, did you? She's like, "Did you hear Catherine's at Disneyland all day?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't hear her." And she's like, "And did you hear she got her period?" And I was like, "No, I didn't hear her." That she was, I keep saying, visited by Aunt Flo.
yeah,
So that's not a
honestly,
normal thing.
I haven't had it in so long. I feel like I'm a tween. Like,
Well, you look like so conservative that you've reached liberal again.
Yeah, the camel
Right?
hat.
I know it's Whitmer Thomas merch that I was gifted.
yeah.
Because
the
a
other
camel hat
evening.
to me is like a teeny tiny girl on The Bachelor who like her hometown is like the guy has to like go hunting with her brothers and like, do you know what I mean?
100%.
There's a kind of girl.
But there's also a gay guy in LA would wear this, don't you think?
It
a
feels
certain
safe.
kind of gay guy in LA. I know someone who wears camo hat.
I know someone who wears camo hat. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know where I'm coming from today.
I did Disneyland the day before. Was there for 2.5 hours.
Okay, that's perfect.
Got everything done. There was no need to
Wow.
stay for 3.
Who'd you go with?
My best friend Lily was for her birthday. We were supposed to wake up at 6:15. We
Oh,
woke up
wow.
at 11.
Perfect.
And then I had a sound check at 3:30 down there. So we stayed for 2 hours and it was the best day of my life.
You
Wow.
performed, you
Before
performed at
this.
Disney
No, at the nearby Symphony Hall. Joni Mitchell songs.
last night.
Oh.
No, 2 nights ago.
How was it?
So good.
What'd you sing?
Both Sides Now,
Oh.
which is like my trans anthem.
I mean, it's
I
so
really have looked at
beautiful.
live from Both Sides Now.
So
Wow.
beautiful. How'd it go?
Really good.
I
Oh
cannot
my God,
imagine
it's so
going to
fun.
Disney and then performing. It drains you.
No, but I think like
This day drained me.
I don't know. It felt free.
What's your favorite ride?
Ooh, I liked the Matterhorn. You know, it's just a
didn't
little
do
bumpy.
that.
You didn't do that one?
Oh,
Oh, you were there for 12 hours and you didn't do the fucking
I was there-
Matterhorn? What else is there to do?
Well,
I can't tell you.
your description of it, your review of it was a little bumpy. So that doesn't make me jump and say. I'll always remember when my mom got her neck hurt at Hershey Park from a wooden roller coaster.
And you'll never go back. But what did you do California Adventure as well?
Yeah.
See, there's the crazier rides, and then Disneyland. We only did Disney. They don't have the crazy ones.
So
I
that's interesting
see.
you say crazy. When I went to my family came to Los Angeles, California when I was in 6th grade, and I was and we went to California Adventure, and like the big ride, it was brand new, and the big ride that no one could stop talking about was like soaring over California, where you actually smell
the
oranges.
oranges.
I
I
was like,
did that.
I hate that.
It
Where
was
they're like,
amazing.
You hate it?
I just
I
hate when
loved
I
it.
hate when you're on a ride and they're like part of
I
the,
loved it, Disney.
they're like the main thrill is you
They're always
smell
watching.
oranges. You know where else you could
Voiceover.
I loved it, Disney.
like you could smell oranges in a grocery store for half the price.
Let's move on.
Not that concentrated.
What I will say, my favorite was probably the Incredicoaster, which was that whatever the other one.
Yes, that's the only real roller coaster.
That's the one that goes zoom zoom. I don't like the dropping up and down. That was the one that triggered Aunt Flo's visit.
Oh, really?
That's the one that sent Aunt Flo an invitation in
Wait,
the mail.
you should do a study for like women who like need to get their period.
No, I'm gonna have to go once a month now.
I should go on that
Yes,
fucking
yeah.
drop ride, and maybe something special will happen.
I think it
finally.
would. It would trigger your peer.
27 years later. I liked it in It's a Small World
are you
this time
27?
around. What's that?
How old are you?
One of the youngest-
27.
Oh my god,
Extremely young.
Dylan.
Thank you. That was the nicest thing you've ever said to
I'm
me.
35 plus.
Oh, you'll still be my friend though?
Well, you should be my friend in this town.
I hope.
Okay.
I've always preferred like older.
Really?
As friends.
Both.
Yeah, same.
Friends and
Lovers.
lovers.
Honestly, same.
Problem though is Gen Z is the one that wants to like sleep with trans people right now, and I want 50 plus.
Yeah.
So it's tricky.
Interesting.
They've got-
I feel like are you on Grinder?
No.
Oh, because you
I'm
don't like gay.
Well, no, I get either reported as fake.
Are
on,
you
like,
serious? Oh, because you're
Yes.
fame.
Because you're
Well,
celeb.
but I don't know.
Accept it. Accept it. You're
can't.
celeb.
I
Are you on it?
like I'm on and off. Like I'll go on for like a few weeks and I'll be like, wow, I'm wasting my entire one life on this planet. I better get off. But it's honestly what's been happening to me a couple times now, and it's actually kind of the perfect setup is that because you know Grindr is so like you chat.
They're like, you know, Grinder's so chill.
It's just classic like all of a sudden you stop chatting. It's like, oh, we've both kind of jerked off or something and moved on with our day. And so like I've chatted with a couple people on Grindr and then by happenstance connected with them on other apps. So then you're
Oh,
on
like
them.
dating now.
Yeah, but actually I've decided to be romantically celibate till I feel in touch with myself creatively.
What do we think the timeline is on that?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I will have sex. I actually had a positive sexual experience.
Can you tell us about that?
6 days ago.
If you could say.
Yeah, I
I
feel
haven't seen you in years.
I know. Well, it was just like it was one of these situations where we chatted on Grindr and then connected on another app, which is good because it's like, oh, this is more of a kind of now it's real because we're on a real app. But I also know exactly what you're into because I've seen your Grindr profile, so it's kind of good. And the last time I did it, it was with this director of food and beverage, and it actually was like
Shout out.
It was a miserable.
Shout
It was not. It was a really negative experience.
Oh, no.
Well, did have sex, but like have never hated someone more. And then this time it was
biggest
with a
secret.
fashion stylist, and I will say that like it was like Grindr to actually Raya, which I'm never going on Raya. It was
It's the only app I'm on. and
Really?
it's a scary place.
well, it just like never works. I've literally went on two Raya dates. This one I just went on,
Uh-huh.
and then literally 13 months ago in New York, I went on one Raya date with look at me, a doorknob salesman.
Food, beverage, fashion stylist, doorknob salesman.
Do you remember? I was kind of like, no offense, but how did you get on Raya?
Famous,
think they
world
were-
famous doorknob.
No, I'm pretty sure they were like claimed to be like a little homophobic, and then they just said let in the gays.
Yeah. Do you remember that saga, The Doorknob Salesman?
Yeah. No, not really.
It was in New York, like
13 months ago.
It was in
You mentioned it was 13 months ago.
it was in like December of that time, and I was like, his thing was he would always talk at the well, we went on one date, but he kept talking at the volume that's like just loud enough that your ears register, but soft enough that they kind of hurt, like it strains them. He wouldn't stop talking like that, and then a woman at a table nearby lost her ring, and that became like the
right.
focus of the restaurant. Was like everyone's getting up, everyone's like looking around for this woman's ring.
Were you or like cosplaying?
I was like,
Yeah.
I literally like didn't get up, but everyone else, I kind of was like, I'm gonna go ahead and not participate in this.
That's bottom energy.
Yeah, totally. And then like we were walking around, it was like Upper West Side, and it was like early winter, late fall, and like he kept like drawing comparisons to Meg Ryan movies and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't know. And then
That sounds sweet.
and then he was really sweet and nice, but it was just like, when it's just like, this is kind of a no. And then like he texted me like maybe 6 weeks later, and because he had seen a stand-up show, and he said he thought of me because he saw a stand-up show.
That's so thoughtful.
And I was like, oh my God, I just saw a doorknob and thought of you.
Wait, how long ago was this text?
This was like 6 weeks after our date.
Okay,
But I
still
was at
thinking
that-
of you.
Yes, but I was at that point like then like kind of dating someone else, so it was like
Well, never say never.
never say never.
What's going on with your love life if you feel safe?
Oh, I've never felt safer. First of all, it's like my dream to be on this pod.
Wait,
so-
that's
feel
I can't
like
believe you listen.
We're shook to the core that you care.
You know, like I feel like I have so many parasocial relationships with people online. Like they are, or I am theirs, but you are mine.
Oh my God,
so
that is
nice.
so
Years and
sweet.
years.
I
Went
can't
to
believe
Club
it.
Coming all the time. Like
Are
when I
you
was living in
serious?
New York.
I can't believe that.
Wait,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
But how do we never meet? That's so bizarro.
I was a fan.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay, love. I suffering, but
Yeah.
I kissed a gay man this past weekend in the snow.
Oh,
Wow,
so
I
sweet.
kissed a gay and I liked it.
I did. And it was kind of like gays were on my no-no list
Yeah.
for the past like 2 years because I was so scared that they would see me as like a man and not as a woman.
Yeah.
But this one was so nice.
This one was so nice. This
The
guy.
conversation was so good. Well, Lily, who I went to Disneyland with 2 days ago, has been trying to kind of coach me on how to talk to straight men because I really am aggressive in a conversation. I love driving the car.
Oh,
And-
that's so good for so many people though, because I don't like to drive.
I love driving.
That's
But
amazing.
most straight men don't know what to do with a woman who knows how to drive the car conversation. But then also a trans woman you add on top of that. Very intimidating.
Trans
special-
driver,
a-
trans driver.
Trans driver, watch out.
A certain man will love that though.
Well, this gay man did.
Okay, there we go.
And that's where I think like it felt so nice to not have to like give in to any sort of gender norms or
Yeah.
stereotypes and just like be me. And we're like dancing in the club. And we spent like 2 nights of like club dancing, kissing.
Did
and
you meet
then
at the club?
We famously did meet at the club, except a year ago we met in a Soho House elevator at New York
No.
Fashion Week. And I gave him my number, which that was a very rare occasion as well.
Yeah. In
And-
an elevator. You
And
gave
that's
us.
shocking because I have to say the Soho House elevators are probably the darkest, most impossible places
Very
to see.
small.
You
So
can't
you-
see anything. there.
How many? And I had to also
But you
include
knew.
That's fate.
Soho
You knew.
houses aren't that many floors. I feel like so
It
you
was
don't
a
have.
short elevator ride. Well, I will say we were waiting for it for like
And you
a
go,
second.
excuse me, I can't see you.
Well,
And we
I
have
was-
1 second.
I was
but
like, you are really cute.
You
And
said
I was
that?
like,
I love
yeah,
that.
but then of course we didn't really text a lot because he was gay.
Yeah.
And then in real life things changed. Sundance.
So
He
you
goes,
see
"Wait."
him. So you're in Sundance.
We're at Sundance with a
So
gay man.
romantic.
Do you see him in the club at Sundance? Or you
Yes.
Okay.
And then the following night as well, same club. And then we went skiing on Sunday. And now we don't know.
Was it the kind of club like you see on TV?
No, it was like in a warehouse. It was a pop-up Tao nightclub.
Wow.
Straightest place you've ever been in your life. And I found the
Wow.
one gay man to make out with.
Wow.
And I was with Meredith Marks from
No.
Yes.
Salt Lake City.
You, Meredith Marks, gay guy.
And when
at
she
Pop-Up
That's
Tao.
that's Anna Sophia Robb and Anna Sophia Robb from Because
Anna
of
Sophia
Winds.
Robb.
Carrie Diaries.
Anna Sophia Robb.
Was Meredith like wing womaning you?
No, but I could feel the support from miles away.
Well, yeah. Well, what does she say? What is her catchphrase? Oh, homophobic. She doesn't stand for homophobic hate.
Oh yeah, I don't. No, I need you to say that you.
I need you to say.
that you stand against homophobic hate.
Yeah.
But now her catchphrase, she's like the kind of housewife that's always self-producing her own catchphrases, which is kind of on my no-no list. But right now, her catchphrase that she is kind of getting behind is "You can leave." She said "You can leave" in this really crazy way.
Well, how did she say it?
You can leave.
That would work on me. I'd be like, okay.
I would be gone.
That's why the woman didn't leave.
And Sophia Robb. So, anyways.
So that was like a positive experience. Question for you. When you say you hooked up with someone, does that mean that you kissed or had sex?
Such a beautiful question. It's both.
It's both are acceptable.
It's always right now for me just like kissing and maybe a little more.
But can I say you this
Yeah.
actually? Can I say you this actually?
well, a little more definitely
say
is hooking up. A
I
little
think
more.
make out is nothing else. Hook up implies a hand on something else.
Okay. Then I stand by what I said.
Yeah.
But like I'm loving my like hookups right now that aren't sex.
Yeah, that's like heaven.
It's kind of the most fun, isn't it?
And I was doing that like a few weeks ago with I'm now trying the different flavors.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bisexual man did like I was like on top of him. He did grab my biceps, and there's only one thing you can say to a trans woman. You're like holding her biceps when you're on top of her, which is wow, these are so tiny.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You are so strong."
Oh, you go,
No.
You go, that's not what I wanted.
Don't say that a trans woman's strong when you're holding her biceps, please.
New hit single.
But so that was like also, but the thing is like totally.
And also, it's
didn't-
like, don't talk about anyone's physical strength while you're hooking up, I think.
right. Like
Unless, like, they're clearly trying to show you they're strong.
Yeah.
yeah. If
Even
they're, like, picking you
if
up.
I was with a straight man, I wouldn't be like, wow, you're so strong. I'd be like,
yeah.
But then
So
is that
big.
your job as a bottom to say you're so
my
strong?
job as a bottom. I wouldn't
Clocking in.
say it unless, like, I literally would say someone was strong if they were, like, lifting a lot of weight at a gym. But I wouldn't, like, unless they were clearly in a sex act trying to show their strength, I don't even think I would think to comment on their physical strength.
and then I wouldn't say you're so strong if they're lifting me because it would imply that I'm not the lightest little flower in the garden, which I am.
You
I
should,
weigh
be, you should be like, wow, you're not that strong.
I go, wow, you're not strong because I only weigh 12 pounds, of course. So I think strength in the bedroom is just stay away from it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Across the board.
And I think maybe like that was the bisexual in him that wanted to like make me feel equal and make
Yeah.
me feel so like neutral.
Sure.
The bisexual in him wanted you
the
to make
bisexual neutralized you, and you said
Yes,
don't
that
neutralize
was the
me.
they and the
The
she they
bisexual-
in my bio.
the bisexual urge to neutralize a trans woman.
Yeah, back to my non-binary roots.
So you're at the Baskin Robbins. You go, I need another flavor.
Oh, and then I did try out a straight man as well.
You were on a little
and-
pink
How was
plastic
that?
spoon.
Oh, bad.
Really?
We were having the best time ever. We were out like to drinks, and he was like, "Oh, let's go next door." I used to like work there. We can hang out with some of my coworkers, so they like shut the place down. Where like everyone there knows too that like I am with him. Like,
Is
and
this in Los Angeles, California?
this is in Los Angeles.
Thank
We
you.
first did make out at Heidi Klum's Halloween party. So that was the
Wonderful.
first and only time
Is that
we
the
did
one where
make
she
out
was
before.
the worm?
No, this is the
Okay.
year after Peacock.
Wow.
And so we're like, we've only kissed prior once at this club. And then now this was like an actual date. And so we're like sitting at the bar. I'm just talking to like someone telling me about their detransition. I don't know where that came from. It was
Oh
a
my
coworker of his.
God.
And then I turn around while detransitioner is talking to me, and he's kissing another girl.
Dylan. That's insane.
And are you ready? It gets crazier.
Well,
How many people are even there?
At that point,
Like 8.
I blame the detransitioner. She's
I
she's
couldn't
creating a,
stand by my man because I was trying to therapize.
Yeah, she's
And-
creating a diversion.
So probably on purpose too. Basically, then they stopped. So they were kissing for kind of like a shocking amount of time. The detransitioner did say, "Oh, this is not good." And then the girl that was kissing came over and said, "Yeah, I fucked him. What do you think about that?"
Wait, what do you think about that?
She is.
This is the
And she- and
only
she knew you were on a
my
date
one
with
and
him.
only experience in straight culture in a straight environment. This is what went down.
It sounds like a play we need to do.
I fucked him in thoughts. Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
in a
I
Catholic
fucked him.
school
What do you
girl
think?
outfit.
What do you
did
think about that,
What
Dylan?
did you say? Did you offer your thoughts?
So all 8 people looking at me, and I went, I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom, grabbed all my stuff, went into the bathroom, locked the door, and so I then hear the girl that like was kissing my guy like start screaming. She's like, I don't give a fuck who that is. You never like they're like fighting. The detransitioner is going, let me in the bathroom with her. Like we're friends.
Yeah, they need to go.
We're friends. And I'm like, no, don't let
We're
them
not
in. Don't let them in. And so I'm just like trying to order the Uber. Never took longer in my life. And then finally I like unlock the door. I walk out. the girl that was kissing my guy already on the lap of a different guy.
No.
I swear to God. I
Wait,
swear to
does
God.
this girl did
Works
she have
fast.
a previous relationship with your guy?
Yes. So
I think like
then
she
this
didn't
is
fuck
what.
him that night. You mean?
No, well, who knows after I left?
Sure.
Because then I go to the street corner. He's like, I'm so sorry. Used to work with her. You know, we did hook up back in the day.
What do you think about? What do you think about that?
And I was just like, wow. Like, okay, it was like this was my one and only chance at like straight companionship, and it's over.
Oh my god!
I know, scarred.
I
That is so
mean,
crazy.
That's brutal.
I know.
Have you spoken to him since?
Not even a text.
One time when
Wow.
I was 18 years old, I'd been seeing this guy.
Yeah.
And we were at like a
You've been
dance
seeing
party.
a guy.
Yeah, we were seeing each other. And then like I was really drunk and I was really scared of commitment. And so I turned around and like made out with his friend in front of him. And that was like he was crushed and I was like the worst person in the world. But in that time I was just I was flailing and scared.
It sounds like both of these straight people were worried about commitment.
So that's what I'm getting
Okay.
from Kat being the exclusive straight person in this room. Is that he actually really liked me and was trying to make me feel horrible about myself. Should I text him?
yeah, I think he sounds amazing.
Let's text him live.
Oh,
Like, you just
oh.
unlocked that memory for me of like me being like, I'm scared of what should I do? Just start opening my mouth.
yeah.
But that was when I was 18. It was a different time. Last year.
What's
Okay, so
I'm being careful
bisexual,
'cause-
no. Straight, no. So we're trying out gay.
Well, yeah, and I'm like very interested in, like, it's interesting how as I transition, the more my sexuality has kind of evolved. I look at women so differently now in a way where I just always was like, oh, I love you, I want to be you. And now I'm like, oh, I kind of want to be with you.
Yeah.
Love.
And it's funny because I thought it would be with like someone more masculine than me, but now I'm like, God, she's like gorgeous, beautiful lipstick.
Yeah.
I mean, still.
Well, that's my favorite is like if a girl looks exactly like me, I'm like, I'm feeling attracted to her.
But it's also I don't want to let her down. So
How do
I'm
you
like,
mean?
I mean, like, as far as like execution, I want to make sure that like I
like
especially-
sexually.
that or just like as like a relationship, a friendship, like because like if I was to like court a girl who I was kind of friends with, I'd be so scared of losing that friendship where I wouldn't if it
Totally.
was a straight man.
Yeah, totally. What was I going to say?
Yeah.
And this gay guy, he identifies as like gay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Have you been talking since the snow?
Very little text, and then is going to an event next week out of town that I would maybe go to.
Oh.
So we'll see. We'll
That's
see.
exciting.
What do you like in the beginning? Are you like, I'm so excited, I'm like obsessed with it? Or are
Your
you like,
eyelashes are so long.
thank you.
Wow.
It's my like
So-
literal thing I've had like from day dot.
I got
They're
I
hurting
just
his-
transfixed. I couldn't even, what was the question?
When you're in a like something new, are you kind of in a place of like, I'm so obsessed, like you get really obsessed, or are you more like
Ready to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to be in a relationship?
So bad.
And when's the last time you were in a relation?
Never.
Never.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always the most
Exciting.
like really toxic situationships.
Mhm.
Often like I'm trying to redo it now because like after post transition, I've been a lot more like picky. Like before, I feel like I was using my body to sort of like lash out at the world and at my
Mm.
transness and just like, you know, throwing it to the wind. And now it's like, oh, I'm going to be a little bit more particular about where I'm putting it and then my energy. But I think there's some like shame about wanting a relationship.
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
I
It's like-
feel that too, because it feels like you're like, you should be like, I'm enough on my own,
I
and
see,
I
I
don't
see.
need someone, and I'm actually hard to get because like
Like,
I
I'm
don't
having
want someone.
fun.
And I-
Yeah. No, because I know that I'm the kind of person that like falls really fast. And I also know that I don't really like love hookup culture. Like I would be so sad after a hookup back in the
Yeah.
day.
Mm.
So now I kind of want it to just be amazing and then stay amazing and then get married and be amazing and die.
Yeah.
I know. That's the goal.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't. I think it never stays. Well, Pema like has this thing about how it's like, you obviously build something, but I think it's like that joy you get initially, like from anything, from a new
The
shirt
new
or from a
shirt. I was gonna say,
person.
do you mean the new shirt?
Have I been talking about this a lot on the pod?
No. I think it's very wise.
But it's like that joy will diminish each time you return for it, and then there's something else, I guess.
Well, that's kind of what I'm figuring out now because I've been with my boyfriend almost 5 years now. My spirit guides this morning, said that we're having some communication issues.
Wait,
Ooh.
Catherine's healer
Yeah,
had such specific information about me.
she's actually so special.
I'm
Things
trying to
she
go.
couldn't have known.
Think she'd know.
She
knew,
knew.
and she's wild.
Back to your boyfriend for a
Mhm.
second. Funny.
You guys met the other night, right?
Well, yeah, when I met you. And I was like, oh, so that's your boyfriend? You're like, yeah. And I was like, what does your boyfriend do? And you were like, really into like race cars, NASCAR, podcasts about NASCAR. I thought I was about to get hate crimed. Like I was like, what the? Who am I going
It's
to meet?
Formula One, which actually is sort of like
Oh, that's bougier.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's sort of
In
like-
my head, I had like
Less
Ricky
hateful.
Bobby. So
Yeah.
I
to
then
me,
walked
Formula
over
One-
to him as a strong trans woman.
Yeah.
And was like, let me go look at my regressor. And he was like, I love theater. I love Broadway,
Oh, yeah.
Carnegie Mellon. Honey,
He's a Broadway baby.
you scared the shit out of me
I'm
for
so
no
sorry.
reason. Great guy.
You need to lead with Broadway.
I know. Well, that's what he's. You know what? He's always been an actor. He's so talented. But the past few years, this Formula One podcast has taken over his life. So I said, "You go. What does he do?" I said,
Well,
"It's a
I'll
Formula One
always
podcast."
remember when we were in Breckenridge, Colorado, and we were to go out to dinner, and Brian had to podcast first, and it did go on for hours. It did go on for hours.
Yeah,
It did go on for
Do you
hours.
talk about the cars?
Oh, I'm not involved. Do I talk about cars with him?
Do you ever?
No, but I support him so much.
Okay.
The drivers are all really hot, so we talk about that.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
So
I like
I'll
this.
wear a shirt with like Max Verstappen, who I think is really sexy. A lot of people don't. I think he's really hot.
And these are different drivers than the drivers for NASCAR.
Yes, and I promise you, if
Oh, it
you
is?
saw that, you'd be like invested.
Wait, what's the difference between NASCAR and I thought Formula One?
NASCAR is like American, like Ricky Bobby, whatever. I
Yeah.
actually don't know. Formula One's like European. We're going to Monaco. Like we're these like tiny French guys in Ferraris.
I want
Went
to go to
Monaco.
Monaco.
Did not love Monaco.
Never
Really?
been.
I got all dressed up.
You've heard it here first. Dylan did not love Monaco.
It's the one negative thing you'll ever hear out of
I
my
want to
mouth.
go to Monaco. Why
Anyways, I'm
didn't you
glad
like
y'all
it?
met. He's Angelina Jolie. And I think we should dive in and ask
Yeah.
you the one question we ask everyone on this pod,
Can't wait.
which is, who were you?
Mm.
Who
Who
are
are
you?
you?
And who do you want to be?
Oh. Okay. I was a Broadway twink who was secretly a bad girl.
Uh-huh.
Naughty.
What were you in?
Book of Mormon.
Oh, I don't know anything about Broadway.
Oh
So
my
good.
God, Pat.
I don't know.
How long
I
were
don't-
you in the show?
I did it for 9 months, and then we were touring. I went to Mexico. I went to Canada.
Oh my
We were in
God.
LA right when the pandemic hit, and
Oh,
that's when
wow.
I was like, "Wait, I love LA. This place is amazing."
Oh.
It wasn't New York and me. We have a tough relationship.
I
You were
know, me too,
uptown,
maybe.
uptown girl.
Uptown.
Were you living uptown?
No, I was living like right then. I was touring with it, so I
Oh,
was
I
going
see.
everywhere. I lived in Times Square
That's
when I was
intense.
when I went famously to see you at Club Cumming,
I
both
can't
of you,
believe it.
and
Living in Times Square is so
43rd and 8th, Wetzel's Pretzel. No, it was Annie Ann's on that coast.
Auntie Anne.
There was a
Auntie Flo's
guy-
cousin.
There was a guy, your neighbor, who lived in Times Square, who I hung out with one time, and then he would email me like every 3 months for like a year to tell me like just so I knew he wasn't interested in me.
Oh
you
my
remember
God,
that
I
person?
forgot about that.
Longest emails you've ever read. See you, yes, receipts.
It's because this guy like wanted to be Pat's friend, but instead of being like, let's hang out, he was just like, I'm not interested in you. But
That's the hey
Anyways.
buddy, hey pal text I
Mhm.
get all the time. I'm like, it's okay, you don't have to fuck me.
not
I know.
buddy.
Just say hi.
Wait, I'm obsessed with Factor.
Me too. You know, I've been
It's
doing
actually a huge part of your life.
I've been doing it since September.
Really? And how are you feeling?
Good, because it's like it makes me feel like a human because I'm eating real food and vegetables usually twice a day.
Yeah, and always fresh, never frozen.
And otherwise I would probably just be having like chicken nuggets. So it's helping me feel like it's the 35-year-old that I am and was born to be.
And you know what? I had a night where I went out and got really drunk and I wanted to go home and order McDonald's. And instead I had a Factor meal in my fridge and I was like, okay, I'm having a Factor meal. I'm literally the healthiest girl in the
Well,
world.
you know I'm having smoky Spanish chicken tonight.
Oh, smoky Spanish chicken sounds delicious.
And you know I had mushroom chicken thighs and rice yesterday.
Oh, yummy. What's been
yeah.
your favorite Factor meal?
There's one that goes off that's like I'm forgetting what it's called, but it feels like penne alla vodka.
Oh,
It's
heaven.
kind of like this like it's like tomato penne or something like
You know
that.
what else like? Because you know that 1 minute on a microwave can feel like an eternity.
Yeah.
And these meals are ready in 2 minutes or less.
Yeah.
So you put it in, you're like, okay, finally fast.
Yeah.
Finally, fast.
Yeah, finally come
Faster than having McDonald's delivered. Because life is about balance. So you can go out and get crazy drunk off martinis, and you can come home and have something healthy like Factor.
Or your higher power can restore you to sanity and you could remain sober for the rest of your life one day at a time and still enjoy Factor.
No, so Factor is for everyone who just wants a little order in their life, it's just something, it's comforting.
Yeah, it is comforting. It's home cooked.
It's home cooked. And what I love is there's 35 options every week. That's crazy.
You know, I eat it while I watch Top Chef and I think to myself, this is what they're making is no better than this.
What they're making is no better than that.
Yeah.
What like subset do you like? Because they have Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, Vegan, and Veggie.
I generally do Protein Plus and I guess Calorie Smart, but it just depends on like what looks good. And then I look at kind of the macronutrients and
Right.
then make my choices based on that. But I don't subscribe to one category per se. I definitely am pretty pan that way.
Do you ever do the 60 different add-ons? There's so many add-ons you can do, like for breakfast.
I've
and
done,
stuff.
but the breakfast is good. Yeah.
And did it keep you fueled?
Yeah.
I love
I'm
that.
setting PRs in the gym every week.
You're what?
Setting PRs in the gym every week.
Thanks to Factor. So what are you guys waiting for? Get started today and fuel up your springtime goals. You can get chef-prepared meals on the table in 2 minutes with Factor's ready-to-eat meals.
So head to factormeals.com/seektreatment50 and use code seektreatment50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box.
Now that is going to go ahead and be code SEEKTreatment50 at factormeals.com/SEEKTreatment50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box while your subscription is active. Did y'all catch that? One more time for those in the back. Head to factormeals.com/SeekTreatment50 and use code SeekTreatment50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box. Yummy! And we're celebrating Earth Day all month long. Woo! So look out for the special Earth Month Eats badge on the menu for our lowest carbon footprint meals. Hell yeah, Factor rocks.
Factor rocks. I have to actually briefly address something.
What are you feeling?
This is the first episode we've recorded since new episodes have started coming out.
Yeah.
And I will say the audiences have turned on me.
In what way?
I don't know if it's like a lot of your newer fans have come on and don't know me, but they're like, a lot of them like, this guy's boring, interrupts you. Everyone's mad at me, I didn't let you talk about your stroke. And many longtime listeners are like, why does Pat have a lisp now? Is it something he's trying out? Is it something he's trying out?
I've seen those comments. First of all, you can't look at the comments. I mean,
know,
what do you
but-
think about comments? Because
Well,
done.
that's where we are now.
Well, I need
Yeah,
to
okay,
hear
so
about that.
where were you? Sorry.
But
I don't mean to interrupt. I
There's
don't
so
mean to
much to unpack. Twink, living in Times Square, touring the world. You get to California, you go, I love the sunshine,
I love
vitamin
this.
D.
And then pandemic
what
hits.
happens?
I moved back to San Diego.
San Diego, is that where you grew up?
Grew up there, but my family very conservative. Living back with my dad.
How many sibs? What are we talking?
Two half siblings.
Okay.
My parents have both been married and divorced multiple times.
Respect.
Love that for them.
What kind of conservative?
As far as you can
Camo
go.
hat?
Like
Like Christian
Quiet.
Christian or Woods?
Quiet
Christian,
camo.
Christian or Woods?
Christian or
Oh
Woods?
no.
What kind of conservative? Christian or
Mom
Woods?
Christian Woods. My dad Catholic surfer.
Love.
Oh,
a surfer for God.
I would think a surfer would be
Like
progressive.
a Jesus tattoo?
Jesus is in the water.
Jesus is in the
Wow.
water.
So Jesus is in the water.
Yes.
Oh, because I thought Jesus was on
Saw
top.
him back in the day.
Honey, I thought Jesus was on top.
No, I famously was on the
in
water.
down.
Okay.
And so then started transitioning while I was like at my dad's conservative household.
And can I quickly ask, had you come out to them as gay when you were younger? Or
Oh
was it
yeah,
sort
well
of,
I
like,
came out to my
unspoken?
mom when I was 4 as a girl.
Oh
And
my
I was
God.
like, I'm a girl.
Oh
and
my
then she's like, God
goodness.
doesn't make mistakes. So we like locked that away for a sec.
No.
And then
Wow.
went to like Catholic school for years, was like a bad girl phase because I was so upset that I couldn't like be in my gender.
Oh.
What was your bad girl face like?
My Instagram handle was Dylan the Harlot. I was
Oh,
going to
fun.
Cathedral Catholic. I was like, theater. I was a theater kid, but like theater kids are the worst of them all. I think like we were bad.
You were naughty. Like
oh, yeah,
drinking, partying.
doing it all,
fucking,
honey.
sucking.
And Spring Awakening, you know, it's just
Oh, my
really
favorite.
edgy girls. And I then like in college, I like cleaned up my act for to be like the Book of Mormon boy, Cincinnati
Mm-hmm.
Conservatory of Music. Graduated, did that show. Then I'm back at home, start transitioning, but like was going by they them pronouns.
Mhm.
Family could not figure it out. Moved to LA, started doing stand up.
Oh my
and
God.
then that's kind of where we get to now, which is like TikTok fashion girly, but doesn't know like where I am or like disassociating all the time.
Wait, so many questions.
Yeah.
When did you start posting about your journey on TikTok?
Day one of when I publicly came out as a woman.
Wow. And what made you decide to publicly be like, this is
What was a
one?
comedy video. It was supposed to be like I was like making jokes on TikTok. I was like, day one of being a girl, I'm crying.
Oh, right.
And then it got like it blew up, and a lot of it was like, oh, this
Amazing.
is so funny. This is great. I love her. And then part of it was like, this is so offensive. So then I was like, oh, I need to keep showing them that this isn't like this is who I am. So it got more serious and more serious until I like actually cried on camera. So embarrassing.
Oh.
And now we're here. It's been today's day 689.
Oh my
That's
God.
amazing.
Yeah.
What
And
in
then
a
were you
sense.
living alone with your parents while this was happening?
So I did move from my dad's house to LA to like a little studio apartment.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And,
We're in LA.
West Hollywood, of course.
I know.
And then where are you now?
No, I'm in like East Hollywood. I almost moved to West Hollywood.
All the good people.
I was so close.
I live in.
I need to come to
I
your
was,
cabin.
I was
I want
almost
you
gonna move to. Our friend Meg was vacating her house to go to a new house, and I was gonna take over her lease.
Yes, she lives
But-
across the street from me.
But then like mold and a tree was growing inside the space,
Mold in a tree.
so she said you
But
cannot
that's
live
worth
here.
it.
I know. I would have.
It was a special place, but there was mold in a tree.
Special.
Yeah.
modes.
You're in
live-
LA. Doing
I'm in LA,
stand-up, making
doing
videos,
stand-up,
transitioning.
and then, but that's what I felt like. I was doing stand-up, and then when my videos started taking off, I was like, I can tell the same joke and get like 1 million people versus like 20 people.
I know.
Which is
We're like,
cuckoo.
hey, wait, that's a good idea.
And what I found now is that it doesn't hit the same way. It doesn't
what
feel
way?
it doesn't feel as good. Like I want to just be up for the 20 people on stage
I
and actually see
know.
them.
Yeah.
Versus
It's a different.
It's
the-
tricky.
different
It doesn't
rush.
feel real.
I know. I know. I'm like always trying to be like, I need to have TikTok ideas, but I don't have them. So, and then I'll have one, but then like a deep shame comes because I'm like, I just posted TikTok and now I have no more ideas.
Well, and that's the problem. I think creatively, like I came from the theater world where like we were working on a show for 3 months and then you would like do it for a while. Or like I was doing Book of Mormon for so long that you're like doing the same project. With this, you make one video, you put it out there, and then it's like, what's next?
I know.
You have to do that every day.
Yeah.
Do you feel immense pressure to be like constantly making
Well,
stuff?
it's this like relevancy that's so fucked up. And then also now that I've gone to do like more of these like mainstream or long form content things, I'm like, you're telling me we can't put a TV show out tomorrow and like have it be seen by 1 million people?
And then the
Yeah.
executives say, hey, actually, the TV show needs to take 3 years for no reason.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it so
If
difficult.
ever. And that's it's like fucked up my idea of time in a way because I can only think like day by day, which I think is supposed to be healthy. Like when you're like, oh, live in the
Yeah.
moment. No. I need to be able to live 3 years from now.
I know. Me
In
too.
terms of being patient for like a project to come to
Yeah.
light. Yeah, I know.
For anything, it's so hard to stay in the moment.
I remember I used to be able to not like work on anything long form because I'd be like, well, I'd rather just tweet it and feel that rush right away instead of being like, I should write like a longer essay and try and make a book
Yeah,
or
and
something.
trying to save things, terrifying.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm
That's
not
why I
even-
leave
Give it
every.
all.
I just leave all. Oh yeah. I thought you meant like. I thought you meant literally it's hard to save things on your computer, which is how I feel.
I mean, that's true.
I just leave every tab open. I literally bought a new computer because I had too many open tabs.
That's crazy.
What's your do you post on TikTok?
Once every 4 months, I'll post on TikTok.
And it'll be like stand up.
No, it'll be like a stupid idea I have, like
Okay.
just stupid
not
front facing.
stupid.
But I like, and I because I'm also I have like really deep shame about not having enough material turnover in my stand up for live shows that I'm like, I don't want to burn anything. You know what I mean? Like if I did a special, I would do clips of the special, but I'm like, until I have a special, God forbid. I did like my hour like on Tuesday, and I was like, thought that it would. My reps were like, be more thoughtful about it. We'll try and be like, what would you want to do for your hour? And it was like such a fun show, but it would never be an hour. It would never be a special. It would never be a comedy special.
I'm sure it's funnier than any special
That felt
that's ever been
negative to
made.
me.
Well, it just like I feel like to have a
Thank you.
comedy special now, it has to be like
Well, don't get me started.
a humorless exploration of identity, and it was not that.
There has to be crying.
What's a normal day like for you now these days?
Ooh.
And how are you balancing working on bigger projects and still like being present online? Like what's that look
I'm
like?
trying to scale it back. Well, first of all, the hate got so cuckoo.
Yeah.
I know.
I was like, this is no longer like productive to be posting at the rate I was going, because also I realized it was like, oh, this is affecting like the entire community at large rather than just me as a person.
Wild.
So I've like kind of like held back a lot of information. And I also think that because I want to be an actress, I would like, what is the third question?
Yeah, who do you want to be?
Who do I want to be? I want to be like a Broadway twink in a lot of ways, but
Yeah.
like Diane Keaton as a Broadway twink.
Oh, what a
Oh.
perfect
That also
mashup.
probably maybe ends up with a woman.
Totally.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think
Have you dated women yet?
not yet.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's manifestation
whole
time.
new chapter.
Yeah.
And I think now, like a day, a lot of Zooms, a lot of I'm like finishing my book right now.
Oh my
my God.
gosh.
Which I like grew up always reading Chelsea Handler books.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And I truly thought like I was gonna be tree number 34 in the back tap dancing, like if that on a stage. So now to get to like write a book or like to
Yeah.
you know
So
How did
major.
you write it?
well, it started as something very like frivolous and like light, and then so many horrible fucked up things happened over this last year. So I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So there's sort of this.
This is perfect.
This is perfect. They had no idea what they even this
I love this.
publisher even bought, and they it was great. They got a deal. I am sort of like putting the darkness in between the light, and but such an isolating feeling writing by yourself.
Well, that's what I'm curious. Like, what's your routine like when it comes to? Because writing is so like it's hard to switch in and out of that mode. I feel. Do you agree?
Yeah, oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
And I would rather do anything but actually write the damn thing.
And I also like I can't be like glam. Like if I'm writing, it's like the idea of like getting glammed and then writing. It's like no, I need to like if I'm in writing mode, it's like I'm shut
You
down for the
have
week.
to.
Like
Yeah.
Messy bun,
Messy
pencil on your
bun.
hair.
or
yeah.
one thing on the calendar, can't write.
100 million p. That's what's so tricky.
There's no 10 to 11.
So how did you navigate that with your busy butterfly social?
I didn't get as like I think after Beergate 2023,
Yeah.
I had time. Like I wasn't like that's what's also crazy is like I sort of was this like trans fashion girly doing all these ads, just sort of being the most palatable version of trans. And then I realized like, oh my God, these corporations, these people that, were trying to like sign up for me were so not actually on my side. They didn't like actually like love me, or they didn't actually want to like stand for something good.
Yeah.
And that's what I also have realized too is as I'm not talking about my transition as much, people aren't as fascinated. They want the shock value. They want to know about your body. They want to know about all your sex life. They got a little bit of it on here. And I just think like I'm having to realize like, oh, that version of like transition that I was doing was so far from real and so far from like what the rest of the community is feeling. And so now it's been really like I felt anger for the first time in my life. I felt sort of like aggressive. I felt these things that I didn't think I was allowed to feel. And it's been so nice having other trans people in my life to help me like navigate that and realize like, oh, they were kind of waiting for me to see how horrible things really are. And now I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
You got
so
like a crash
sorry.
course. I know.
Got a crash course. But I think it's going to, hopefully it gets better.
You seem like you've recovered so well
You're
emotionally
thriving.
from it.
Yeah, I
Well, it would be
I
so-
disassociate a lot.
Me too.
still.
What do you mean by that? 'Cause me too.
I sometimes don't feel like I'm like living for myself, and I'm like I'm living for like the people that want to take me in. But I think like a lot of the times I'll like hide in my I love laying in bed. I lay in bed
Yeah.
all day long.
Bed
Me
rot.
too.
I weirdly too is the more successful I've become, the less people I actually like have that I love and can like hold on to.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
have a-
everyone's fake.
I'm
Guess
gonna-
what? You got to cling to the old ones.
I know.
Taylor Swift has like a lot of her friends that are from before.
Are you
I
a
know.
Swiftie?
I just this year became a Swiftie.
Wow.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
In the spring, I've been a Swiftie for a really long time. In the spring, I tweeted a Taylor Swift lyric, and a dear friend said, "Wow, Pat's a Swiftie now." Could you imagine someone coming for you in that way?
No.
Did
in
you
a
text
public
them
forum?
immediately?
I said, "What do you mean now?" on Twitter, and then thank God my beloved fans came into my
They should.
defense.
They
and
had
said,
receipts.
This person has been a Swiftie for a really long time.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you ground yourself when you're feeling like
When
so
your friend says
overwhelmed?
you're only recently a Swiftie.
How do you ground yourself when your friends
When you're
don't
like
know how long
when you
you've been
don't
a
know.
Swiftie?
Don't Google yourself.
Yeah.
It's been a month since it's been so healthy not looking because like a lot of the times you can be like, oh well, I need to keep up with what people are saying.
Yeah.
But you're actually looking for like horrible things.
Yeah,
so
totally.
You can't go
Oh.
looking for it. You
What's
can't look
amazing
for
about it for me is it's easy to keep up with what people are saying because if you Google my name, like literally a lesbian lawyer from like Connecticut comes up.
There's a random like scientist named Catherine Cohen who's always like
I
doing
see her.
discoveries about
Oh.
breast milk, and it'll
I-
give me a Google alert. I'm like, yeah,
You have Googlers?
I have Google alerts,
Yeah.
which is probably bad. But you know what?
No one's ever talking about me online, are
And
they?
They're not talking about me that much.
I don't know. I feel so bad for the Dylan Mulvaney that's a graphic designer in Brooklyn.
Oh my God.
Shout out to you, Dylan Mulvaney. We
Shout out.
connected
Get them on the
before
pod.
all of this happened. I was like, can I please have DylanMulvaney.com? He's like, I don't know who owns it. And now he's a photo on the like a Google page, but I still like I would love to meet you one day.
Yeah. Imagine if he's who you ended up with.
He's really
Wow.
cute. I actually love
Really?
long hair.
Oh,
Me
so he does have,
too.
and this is how you tell us he has long hair.
He does.
You buried the lead. Dylan, you buried the lead about Dylan. Wait, yeah, it's like how do you navigate like being engaged and responding to people and connecting with people who are good and yet not looking at all the shit.
Well, that's where feels like virtually impossible
I
because
know.
so much of it is like horrible. And then I just hope that the people that do love and support know that like I would engage more if it wasn't so
Yeah.
like psychologically fucked up.
I'm sure everyone understands because it was so psychotic.
Yes.
Beyond.
Can
People
you
are sick of-
believe?
No.
I can't.
It actually doesn't make any sense.
But it was supposed to happen for whatever reason. And I want like good things to happen now because of it, hopefully.
I hope you know that everyone loves and adores you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And like only love.
Well, that's what I will say. If there wasn't that, because there is still so much love, and I think seeing those messages, like if it was just horrible, honey, wouldn't be here.
I know.
But because there are good people, and like especially when you get to, that's why I think wanting to get back on stage and like wanting to do stand up again, wanting to do Broadway, like I want to
Yes.
see humans again and realize that not everyone's cruel. And
Yeah.
what I also will say about social media is like I didn't even know half of the things existed that have become offered to me or like that like have been introduced to my life like professionally or like socially. And now I'm thinking back to like before what I really wanted to do, which was like I just want to go sing and dance and make people laugh.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean I need to do 1,000 other things. Like you gotta like, so the who am I going to be is back to like what I wanted
yes,
to do
the
originally.
artiste.
Yeah.
I know. It must be hard not to get caught up in like when cool things are offered to be like, I have to stay home and write.
Well, but that's comparison. It's like when we compare ourselves. I think I was just listening to you talk about this. Like, if we could just put our fucking blinders on
I know.
and not look like left or right.
I got
It's
really
sick.
caught up this summer and getting jealous of like people who are getting things that like I truly don't want.
Yeah, it's
And
difficult.
I'm coming out of it now.
Well, I had to realize too, like after Beergate, I like there was the first time that I wasn't like just doing my damn thing and like thriving. And so that's when I started like looking at all these other people and what they were doing. And I was like, oh, I need to be this like mysterious fashion girly, or I need to be like,
Ooh.
especially the other dolls. Like there is some like really cool dolls in this world doing
How do
really
you
cool
be a
things.
fashion girly? Like, are you like, how do you know what to wear?
I mean, like I've always loved clothes.
I've always hated clothes. Famously, I one time made my grandma cry on Christmas because she gave me my Christmas gift and I opened it in front of everyone and it was closed and I looked at her dead in her eye and I said, wow, just what I hate, clothes. She's dead now, mind you.
Oh. What's your favorite outfit though that you do own?
Like, I like this shirt that like my gym sells because like sometimes there's certain
Well, you wore it for me, baby.
Yeah. Because sometimes when a gym sells a shirt, they cut it in a way that like I think make your arms look good. So like that's cool. I had these jeans from APC that were like literally God's gift. And like I finally had jeans that I looked good in. And I like
Where'd they go?
well, they're still with us, unlike my grandmother. And what happened was they were like a little bit too wide. And APC is one of those stores where they're like, we do sell jeans, they're all 40 feet long. And so then you have to take them to a tailor and have them hem them about 20 feet. And so I took them to a tailor and there was like a little extra room in the waist. So I was like, can you just take it in the waist a little bit? And the way that this tailor did it, like made the butt kind of go out. So my ass
Can you
looked amazing in
imagine?
these jeans. I was like, oh my God, this is so special. And every time I wore them, it would be really celebrated. And then I think, when you wash them one too many times, it just happened. I wore them to Hannah's show and I was like, it's not hitting.
Really?
You
It
have to
wasn't
find that
hitting.
tailor again.
I know. Well, luckily they live right near. The tailor doesn't live, but works right near
There
me.
is a bottom to APG. Is it APG?
APC.
ABC?
APC.
APC like pipeline because my friend Eddie, shout out Eddie, actually the first person I called when I found out I was gonna be on the show.
Oh my God, Eddie.
Eddie.
Real ones only.
We were doing Book of Mormon in Mexico City and he left his APC jeans at the hotel, never to be
No.
found again, and they were discontinued. And we still mourn those jeans. Like we talked
Sister
about
to the
jeans.
traveling
One
APC
time I was
bottom
shopping.
jeans.
It's a phenomenon going on in this level of store of APC, Buck Mason, like anything that's like Rag and Bone actually doesn't do it, but they're in that family of store. And like
I don't like it there.
at Rag and Bone, well, honestly, like 13 months ago, I went to a Rag and Bone in New York near your apartment. And like literally the girls at that Rag and Bone became my sisters. And like they still to this day will reach out when there's good sales going on at the West Village Rag and Bone. I'm like, I no longer live in New York City.
I actually have that relationship with a woman who works at the Alice and Olivia store in Houston, Texas. Shout out. Thank you for the emails.
I live for Alice and Olivia.
It's great.
You're a fashion girly.
100%. That's okay. I want to say this. The reason I felt safe wearing this today was because when you first met me, I was literally wearing extensions. I was so
You
glammed
were.
up.
It was beautiful.
I was being so beautiful, so extensions. Today I'm wearing a bloody diaper, but I felt safe enough with you because we already had our initial meeting, and I trusted that you would know that I would dress
Well,
up
you
for you
know,
on a
I was
normal
gonna,
day.
I was gonna cover it. I was gonna take care of you, and I would wear an
Totally.
outfit for both of us.
And you
I
know,
literally knew you would.
And you
She
knew I
had-
was gonna wear my shirt that my gym sells.
Yeah.
Wait,
that makes your
actually,
arms
on the
look
Taylor
good.
Swift doll, I actually had a matching skirt to this. Taylor wore this in a music video,
No.
and it sold out on Aritzia like immediately.
Oh my god.
I have another one, and I almost thought I was like, "Am I gonna bring it for Kat?"
Oh, can you imagine? What are your favorite places to shop?
Oh,
Favorite designers?
oh my god, I'm obsessed with like Miu Miu.
Of course.
I'm obsessed with oh my god, I love Valentino. It's so gorgeous. I think for like if I actually am like trying to buy something
Right.
and afford it, I love an Alice and Olivia. I love I'm really into Sandro right now.
Yeah.
don't know any
So
of these
like
places.
little
That's
it's
very,
very
like this look too, like jeweled
Eloise.
buttons, like
Yeah,
tweed.
I
there's
do love that
Like that sort of like Burberry girl look. It's Blair Waldorf.
Yeah.
It's like a little preppy, but with the edge.
Yes,
That
with the
dummy.
edge, with the lesbians, and I think like there is part of me like I kind of wanted to do my Miley like Wrecking Ball era after Beergate, and I was
now,
like,
what would that be sartorially?
what does that mean?
Like, what would that
Like
look like?
clothes?
A
Like-
wrecking ball.
Like naked, like
Yeah.
you know, wearing
Straps.
I guess that's what I mean.
Yeah, like
Feathers,
leathers.
black.
But at the end of the day, that was like just me being sad and me wanting to like show people that through my outfits.
You know what
Yeah.
that was? She was thinking about doing combat boots, straight hair.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
I was burned by someone in my a cappella group.
Yeah.
And I had no
you did
choice.
that?
And I showed up to rehearsal being like, I'm gonna look badass, and I was like wearing combat boots, straight hair.
Wait, I had the funniest craving in the shower yesterday.
What are you craving in the shower?
In the shower, I started craving. I was like, I have to YouTube this after I get out of the shower. For some reason, I needed to hear a college a cappella group sing "Unpretty" by TLC.
Wait, what is that song?
You could buy a hair that won't
Won't
grow.
grow,
You could buy a nose if you want
kisses
to. You could buy all the makeup that Mac can
can
make.
You know what that's giving? Pretty isn't pretty.
Pretty isn't pretty, and it's also like
Oh wait, isn't that
tonally
damn
connected with.
unpretty?
That's yeah,
Yes.
and then, and Pretty isn't pretty is
Glee mashup.
is
I
Olivia.
feel pretty.
Oh, beautiful. And the
Oh,
Olivia
so-
Rodrigo.
And then also, I mean, we're also now talking about Christina Aguilera, Beautiful.
We're bringing her into the mix. There's pretty and then there's beautiful. right?
She's been invited into the
Right,
chat.
girls. Right, girls.
Well,
Let me
I
ask you this: who makes the shoe?
Are you ready? I
Mhm.
think these were $20 from Amazon.
No,
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you? Can I have a question?
they look
Yeah.
like
Can I have a
that
question?
no to Leto.
Do you play?
Do
Do you play with high low?
Oh, have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey.
new segment.
You play-
Yeah.
Trans TikToker can't wear everything high.
Who do you want to be, and then do you play with high low?
Yeah.
I want to be Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
Meets like Reese Witherspoon meets Kat Cohen.
No.
Yeah. I love you that much.
You coming into my life in this past week has been.
I know. I couldn't believe when I got the email. I was like,
I go, we got her.
perplexed.
I was
I go, we got
so
her.
sad this past year. Never been happier in my life today.
oh my
Are you serious?
god.
Yeah. Well,
You know-
I was hiking yesterday and I like looked at the sunset and I was like, oh, I don't feel like I felt like time wasn't like real lately. Like everything was
Yes.
moving except for me. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm back on track now.
Oh, that's amazing.
Woke up today, back on track.
You know what's so amazing is like, I know this doesn't help, but from the outside, it just looks like you're thriving and you're doing so well. And I know it's hard because like,
Have to
it
show the
makes me sad
Republicans
that. You
that.
feel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's one of those things.
You have to show the Republicans you're thriving.
You
I
have to.
have
Well,
to
you
the
kind of
Republicans that
are
I'm
right now.
thriving.
You're
I
cosplaying
know.
as them.
I know.
Well,
You
you
reclaimed
recently-
Well,
it.
even you saying you're like, I feel safe wearing this because you saw me like in extensions yesterday. I was like, also like a camo hat, like another nice purpose of it, especially on a girl, is like it's going to offer like a kind of wink at like I'm dressing down
Totally.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
saying like, I'm going
in
casual.
an intentional way.
It's high-low.
And
Like high-low is what it is. Hi, you're a diamond. This is a real diamond. This is worth $80,000.
Oh my
I just made that up.
god.
This is a gemstone from a store in Houston, Texas called Charday. And I believe it was about $400.
Does it
Really?
change
Oh,
color
wow.
based on your mood?
No, I wish. My dad got it for me for Christmas, by which I mean
Oh,
I picked it up.
so do you want to be like where you're going? Like, do you want to be the fashion girly?
I
like-
would love to be the fashion. Like I want to be like
I
front
see it
row.
for you.
Like I want us in the front row
No.
at some shows.
But how do we make fashion funny?
I know.
I get so scared because now I'm like at these like places where people aren't smiling
really,
and I feel like I can't smile.
Really?
Yeah.
because then they're on to me. Like I already just skirted in here so suspiciously and sneakily, like they let me in, and if I fucking crack a fucking little grin,
my
it's
God.
over.
It's
I feel like
interesting.
they're so lucky to be around you. Like they must be like you're a breath of fresh air.
Well, here's the deal.
They want to laugh. They just don't know how. They're insecure.
They want.
Well, you had just slept with the fucking fashion stylist.
So,
you tell us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
What are they wanting?
well,
they
here's
want
the deal.
laughter?
So the deal with the fashion stylist was like, we had like, so basically I looked at Raya 1 week ago today, and I never look at Raya, and he had reached out, and I was like, oh, I didn't even notice we had connected on that Raya as well, and so like kind of commented on the cross platform of it all. So then we moved into Instagram DM, and like on Instagram DM, I saw that like we had this one mutual who is my friend's boyfriend. So I reached out to my friend, I got a little background, and I was like, did meet him at a coffee shop right near where we sit, and then like, but like one thing I said to my friend was like, I don't know about a fashion stylist, and he said he doesn't really give fashion stylist. So I was like, whatever. So I don't know, and then I won't say the job he did this week, but it was a sportswear company. So I was like, yeah, I could like that, whatever.
There's a detective out there right now. figuring it out.
Obviously, I'm like, is it this one?
No, it's this one.
Thank you.
Visual people will know.
Visual YouTubers will know.
Yeah,
But,
watch it.
But it was funny because like it was like a really. I've gone on a few dates. Like I've kind of been dating in this like frantic way of like I've never been this person that was like I need to find someone, and because I think I feel a little untethered lately, I was like I need to find someone, and I'm kind of like chilling from that now and being like whatever. Mostly because I went on a series of dates with like just the worst people where I'm like, were you like this before you came here, or did like LA made you this way? And so
Have your family and friends known about how you are for years, or what's happening?
When did it
like, did you
change?
come here because you're like this, or are you like this because you came here? And so just like dating is so interesting because you really learn. I've never really in earnest dated. Like anyone I've either been set up with someone or like met through mutual friends. I've never been like driving to West Hollywood to drink Diet Coke near a stranger. Like, and like I've kind of tried that lately, and it's like, for one, you learn how lonely people are, and that like I'm lonely, but I'm like, you'll be like, what's your job? This is my job. Do you like it? 75-minute monologue where like at the speed of lightning, and then like never take a breath and never like ask you anything about you, and it's like everyone's just like holding all this stuff about their life, and then the second they have like a victim, they just like pour it over them.
A victim.
And then like maybe you have sex, maybe, and then like that's it. And I was like, wow, I actually don't need to drive to West Hollywood to have Diet Coke near a stranger.
Right.
So I was kind of like that, and then what was this?
Where was the Diet Coke place?
So I had well.
This is all to say, fashion girlies
Yeah.
do want to laugh.
Well, so anyways, this person seemed normal and fun, and he was like, honestly, a kind of recent New York transplant as well. I don't think it's like a relationship match, but then like it was a rainy Monday, and then we had like rainy Monday afternoon like sex in his
That
like
sounds kinda
little
nice.
bunk. It was
Monday.
so fun.
Oh, okay, this was a good one.
It was really fun. Yeah.
Rainy Monday, so cozy.
I'm saying I
remember
kind of
that
restored
Monday.
my like.
That
Oh,
was this past Monday.
it was this past
It's a
Monday.
good day for that.
Yeah, it was a perfect day for it. And even like being in the coffee shop, there was like touchiness that was really fun. And then like, and I knew exactly what he wanted from his grinder. And so
What did he want?
He wanted to top.
Nice.
But we actually didn't do like
Either
fully
way.
that.
Either way.
We actually didn't do fully that, but like
You hooked up.
we hooked up.
You
we hooked
hooked
up.
up. It
You
was-
had a Dylan Mulvaney hookup.
Going it.
But the one thing is like, and I was being so funny and charming actually, no offense. And then
Not
like
taken.
But we hook up. Of course, this is literally a running theme in my life, and I'm not embarrassed about it. I don't take it personally. I came, he didn't. No one ever comments when they fuck me, and so that's fine. But
Stop bragging.
so I'm kind of like, did he even have fun? But then he. It seemed almost like he maybe wanted to hang out a little bit after. But once I've come, I do have to leave. And so I left, and then he texted me later a picture. I left my Timex watch at his.
On purpose.
No, but of course, like
Seems
since
like.
I want to hook up again, and of course
a good
it
actor.
seems like
One of
You're
the
really good.
greatest,
Cast
greatest
him.
loves of my life began when I left my headphones somewhere.
really.
Mm.
So
I'll never forget a Twitter
Which love?
DM
Which
saying your
love?
headphones are here.
so the watch
Yeah.
of it all is like I'm in a place where I'm like I don't want to date anyone until I of course connect with myself creatively. He also reminded me He also reminded me so much, like literally a soul transplant of my 2 exes ago. So I'm like, I can't go back down that road. But I would love to have sex.
But do you think, what if he had something different to offer than the 2 exes ago?
He might. I will say the background.
What if he's not
was-
the exact same person?
Well, here's my question. Was 2 exes ago in fashion?
No.
That's what I thought. But now, here's the thing. Me and Kat are trying to be fashion girlies, and
Yeah.
you're doing nothing to help
Totally.
us.
Okay. So
I think you're well on your way. I think you are.
Yeah,
fashion
I don't
girly.
think you need this guy.
Well, I don't know.
I definitely
Anything
think
helps.
this guy is
Anything
the key.
helps.
I'm gonna connect you guys over email.
That'd be
Can
great.
I talk to y'all about something?
Yes.
I forgot my point earlier. Sorry, Aunt Flo is knocking on my door right now.
Is she?
Earlier, what I wanted to tell you is the other reason why I dress like this is because although we are now doing video on the podcast, I don't want to let it change me, and I don't want to. And I'm trying hard not to
Get
register
full
that I'm
glam every time.
I'm trying not to like register that I'm being filmed because then I feel like I act different. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to look good. Like
Yeah.
I'm real.
Yeah, my favorite.
That's all.
When we came back, someone commented on the post, and it was like, my boyfriend refers to this podcast as the one where the people are lying down.
Yeah, I want to be able to lie down still. I
But-
just might.
But I will say,
yeah, beautiful.
Thank you so
beautiful.
much.
Isn't
might-
it cozy in here?
It's really good.
nice, right?
not to keep going back to this fashion
No,
stylist.
please.
No, we
dive.
actually were supposed to.
Please dive back in.
But so he might offer things that my 2 exes ago didn't. I also love my 2 exes ago. Like
Amazing person.
amazing
to be
person.
fair.
Like
Dylan,
literally.
yes?
I'm raising my hand.
Yeah.
First guest on the pod to raise their hand.
So did he want you to like make him laugh?
He might have, but he seemed like more of like a New York person who like just was used to having conversations where both people were smart and funny. Whereas in LA, it's not been that. It's been like you're like a mannequin.
I'm just wondering if you are the reason that comedy will exist in high fashion going forward.
Well, it is. When you said that, it's not. I don't think I'll ever play a part in it, but like there is this kind of like I've always felt like with hot people and funny people, like obviously like it's a truism. I feel like, or something people have said in the past, not just me, but like funny people want to be hot and hot people want to be funny, and it's like, and so and I think now it's like funny people want to be fashion, and fashion people. I don't know what they want actually, but like
I don't know what they want
What
either.
do fashion people want?
Like
I know.
cocaine.
But there's this new crowd. It's like our dear your Jordans, your Rachels, your Owen Thiel. Like, it's like Benito. It's like all of a sudden you'll look at it's like
Chloe.
all my like comedian friends, or it's like, oh, of course, like none of the comedians are in town because it's Paris Fashion Week, and I'm like, wait, what? Like actually,
we're still all going.
I know.
I know.
Where'd
the buckle
and I
fat
love
go?
and I love
Oh,
everyone.
me with a magnifying glass trying to find the buckle.
What
I
do
have
you mean?
so much buckle. I love it. I need a shirt. I heart my buckle fat.
I don't even know what it is.
It's this.
That's like it's just face.
Yeah, but when you see the before and after, you'll know what we're talking about.
Really?
Concave.
Whatever.
Who cares about that? The
Who
only
cares?
cheap ones I've ever thought were hot were Skeet Ulrich and Scream.
Cool. Can we talk
Well-
about this? If you feel safe, do you think you're going to do a show this summer?
I am trying to put a one-woman show on.
What are
I
you
have to see
feeling?
it.
I'm feeling Edinburgh
Yeah, I'm
Ah.
feeling you there.
in your following in your footsteps.
You'll be so major
But
there.
what's
Everyone
so
will be
crazy,
addicted.
cuckoo, is like these things take a little bit of time to build.
Yeah.
And in my
So
mind, I'm like,
much
we do
time.
it tomorrow. But I also am like, what if I tried to like make it the best thing possible? And if this year doesn't happen,
Yeah.
do I dare wait?
Well, every year I say to my reps I want to do Edinburgh, and they're like, "Oh, well, you had to have done that 19 months ago." And I'm like,
Well, guess what? If
"Oh,
you want to go this summer, it's happening right now. You should
okay,
talk
well,
to
my
them.
reps should."
That'd be so amazing because I'm going to go.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
if we were all there?
That'd
That'd
be
be so funny.
heaven on
You
earth.
have
really
to
good
tell me when you're
outfits.
performing in LA.
Oh, I would love to.
I know. So
Yeah.
when are you getting up next? What's happening?
Right now we're trying. Well, I think when does this come out?
We can put it out whenever you want.
Okay. I think I'll
Well-
probably by the time. Hey. Mid-April. Okay, perfect. By this point, I think I'll have music out. I'm gonna do like.
I know. I've heard this a single.
I just want like a little like Stars Are Blind moment.
That is the best song of all time.
Well, think about it. Like, I don't want to be like a full-on pop star, but we will always think about that song.
There's
so
nothing more
specifically.
special than that song.
Even though the guy.
Just one song for the gay people.
It doesn't mean anything.
Can you share the title or is it secret?
Secret.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then I really feel like just having one song that I could sing at like Pride festivals would be very
Ah,
good.
yeah,
Mhm.
You
and
know,
the
people-
Housewife track.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then back to comedy, I think like I want to make sure I'm not like trying to go too fast with it. I just want to like go back to opening for people and and really like falling back in love with it.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well, I feel like, Pat, you were saying you feel like you don't turn your jokes over fast enough, but I'm like, I have no problem milking my shit for years until it's right.
But I think it's like because there's no like container for them as like, well, it's like of course I'm having new stuff and my hour is always changing, but like there's never been an hour that's been recorded. But
No.
going.
Yes, Dylan.
Do you feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you can't make a joke on a stage, video it, put it on TikTok, and ever say it again?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I don't feel like that, but I'm like I already know that like because I think our audience is so niche and like I know it's like in LA it feels a little bit different, but like especially when I was doing I did my hour twice in July in New York and then again in November, and in November I was like I know these are 85% the same people, and I already like when I'm about to say a joke that I know I've done in New York like very recently, I'm like these people know the punchline.
I think they love it though.
I
I think if it's a
agree.
good joke that like they're gonna be so excited that they're in the know, and then they're kind of like looking around the room like, oh, she didn't know it. That's funny.
Yeah, I have to pretend that everyone has brought a friend that's never seen me and they want me to do my old stuff so the friend can appreciate
And
it.
just from what I've gathered, I'm pretty sure you can still like post it all, and then just until you have like a special,
Yeah,
then you can't.
totally.
I want to make you the next big TikToker.
Oh my God, make me
Oh
a.
my God.
what
let's
if that
do
was
it.
what we did?
Make me a.
That sounds so like
Make
if
him
I
a-
could use all of this trauma and take everything
my
that I learned
God.
about the trans experience and make Pat the next big TikToker.
Yeah, that's the big purpose. It's not for
Yeah.
the trans community. It's for me to grow my following.
It is.
Yeah.
You need to wear
Yes.
cute shirts to show off your muscles.
Yes, baby.
But wait. Oh, so just to close the loop. So I've left this watch at this man's space. I kind of thought he would reach out. And so he hasn't we messaged about the watch, like he sent the watch, and then when he was doing, and then I hadn't heard from him in a few days, and like, so and the stakes are so low. So to make a joke, I was like, did you style any of the models in your sportswear company shoot in my Timex? And then we kind of like joked about that. And he ended in this like compliment, but then like that was now a few days ago.
And you don't have the watch still?
I don't know what still. I'm gonna follow.
Should I like voice note him right now and just be like, hey, this is still Mulvaney, wondering if we could coordinate pickup time for the watch?
Yeah, it would be perfect.
You're like, can you
okay.
check in with my team?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'd be like happy to send like an Uber carrier. Is it courier?
I don't know. That's
Have
what's
you been-
crazy.
Courier.
Courier.
I think it might be like tomato.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can I ask you? So, have you been thinking about this person?
Only sexually, not like oh I
Great.
need to, but like
When someone's good for sex, that's beautiful. I had a sex dream about Man of the Hour, Travis Kelce.
oh did you?
Ooh.
And it was sort of a family stone. You'll understand what I mean. It's like, it wasn't even a sex dream as much as it was a scenario dream in which I was family stoning, aka like dating Travis Kelce's brother. But then I saw Travis Kelce at the dinner table and I was like, I actually want that
Wow.
one.
Does he have
And
a
then I
brother?
wrapped my yes, he does. And I wrapped my legs around him
famously.
like a insect.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what,
was like, that's what sex is in this particular dream.
it also like that's the best part of anything.
Yes.
Wrapping your legs around like an insect.
I know. I love being wrapped.
Until
Oh, you like
the
being
straight
wrapped.
guy tells you
Yeah.
that you're strong.
I don't.
Yeah.
I do not. If someone told me I was strong in bed, no.
But
I
so-
don't like to be told I'm strong emotionally, let alone physically. I was
Oh
like,
my
I'm not.
God.
I like to be told I'm strong. I'm in a bulk right now. I'm
I don't
eating so
handle
much.
things well.
You look strong. You like that?
I
Is
do like that.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool.
I do like that.
You
I do like
yeah,
that.
you're strong.
You
Thank
like
you.
strong?
I like strong. Yeah.
You're looking unbelievable.
I want to. Well, I'm eating more than I've ever eaten in my life, and I already was, and I've upped it even more because like, I'm gonna be in a bulk for like a few months.
Were you someone that always had a tough like trying to
No,
put on? Okay.
opposite. But I like because of that then became disordered,
Mm.
and so
We're really disordered here
but
in a really
right in.
special way.
I think
What's
it's
your favorite
helpful.
food?
Oh my god, pizza. Well, I famously don't eat fruits or vegetables.
Oh my God, I love that.
Oh my God, it's
So I eat
amazing.
like today I had I had cinnamon toast crunch today, a Diet Coke, not a sip of water
Regular
until
milk?
right there.
Yeah.
Regular milk,
Love.
lactose free.
Okay.
And last night I think I had like Starburst for dinner.
Oh my god, what's your favorite colors?
Pink.
Of course.
Of course.
That I get the only pink bag.
Oh,
the
yeah.
50 pounder.
They made that for you.
It's a little tongue in cheek when they did that because they knew it was all of our favorites. But it's like, if you really know that, then you need to just take out orange and yellow.
Orange, get rid of orange. I like yellow though.
I like yellow.
You
Yeah,
like
but
The
yellow?
yellow
orange-
and pink is cute together.
I love smushing them together
how
and
cute is
pretending it's
yellow
one
and pink together? Look at
piece.
that.
Oh,
That might be my favorite. No, my
Those
favorite
are
color
cute
is
colors.
blue.
I'm
My
into
favorite
green
colors-
right now.
You're green.
What shade?
Well, I did ayahuasca and
Really?
oh my
Did
God,
you
I've
learn
never talked
anything?
about that anywhere before, but this is the only thing I'll say about it. It's in the book. But I will
Teaser.
say that like I saw this like electric green dress while I was like on it,
Wow.
and it changed. Like that now is like burned in my mind.
It changed your
Can I,
relationship to
when you say
green.
electric, are we talking Kelly or are you talking lime?
I'm talking like lime,
Fabulous.
which is like very not me usually.
Is the book titled and is the title public?
No,
Oh, I need to know.
but it's titled.
Because I live for a
Oh,
title.
but it's like a little on the nose. But like, okay,
Yeah.
love
Oh.
you. Okay, talk to you later.
I'm kind of guessing in my head.
okay. Yeah, of
and
course.
then what were we talking about?
Our favorite
Electric
colors.
green.
Our favorite colors are our favorite
Oh, and I like
foods.
Tiffany blue. I love
Tiffany blue is special. Tiffany blue is special.
Tiffany blue.
Tiffany
Is,
blue is Robin's egg.
it makes me
Yeah.
feel. Yeah, it's virginal.
It's
Yeah.
so
rich.
pure. It's springtime.
Yeah.
Favorite season. This is new rapid fire segment.
Oh, summer. I want to feel hot. I want to
No.
feel sticky. I want popsicles, and
Not
I want
here.
a
I
bikini.
couldn't. I had the worst summer of my life. And I
You're
think
not from San Diego.
I'm not from
We're not
San
from
Diego.
San Diego.
And you know what?
And not
There's-
even close.
You know, I won't even address those allegations because they're insane.
Worst
You're
summer
not
of your
from San
life.
Diego. You're not from San Diego, and you're not even close.
Worst summer of your life.
Worst summer of my life, and in a way that I think will affect like how I view summer forever.
This
Same.
past one.
But the best thing about it that I could always be like, wow, like God gives you gifts. It's the summer that Cruel Summer came out.
What
Wait.
wrecked your summer?
Just like literally multiple arenas. Like just every little arena was like kind of in collapse.
on fire.
And then I kind of
Burning
freaked
arenas.
out in this way that where I felt so detached from myself and like had this surreal moment of like, I don't know exactly who it was. The scariest part was just my internal world had felt so different than it had ever felt. And I didn't know if I would ever feel normal again.
And then you didn't walk outside and feel hotness on your face?
No, I walked outside and felt a deep fear in my bones of existing.
Worst
But
summer of
I
my
don't-
life, I looked unbelievably beautiful.
I hate being hot. You like
imagine?
being hot?
I love. Oh, do you want to know what I sleep in?
Go
83
on.
degrees.
Do you know what I sleep in?
83 degrees.
Look at me. What you want to? You know what I set my thermostat for at night?
What?
63.
We're not.
20 degrees. And guess what I do?
20
73.
No.
Goldilocks.
Oh my
Goldilocks in
God.
this room.
That's what I honestly think more than the trans thing. It's going to be the temperature thing, trying to find someone that like
Yeah.
is really
No,
comfortable with
literally.
me.
I need to be
You're gonna-
so
you're gonna do
cold.
separate
Whoever
bedrooms.
sleeps with 83 degrees, I'm ready for you.
And whoever
What do you,
sleeps at
what do you sleep in the
63.
nude?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, no. So I liked it to be as cold as possible on the outside, and then my goal, my role in all of that is to, in spite of it all, try to become warm.
I know. It is a noble quest.
Yeah,
I still have like 3 duvets and all of the things.
so I sweat too much.
I don't. I think it's estrogen. You should try some.
You know, I do think I'm going through like almost a second, like my facial hair is growing in quick. I'm going through like a second puberty.
Well, I
Oh,
did on
that
Ta-
does happen.
No, I literally did on Tower of Terror. I went through
Yeah,
puberty. I
we're
became a
all
woman
going through it in
yesterday.
different ways. I am fighting mine to the death, trying to get rid of this damn facial hair.
It is crazy.
I
You're
think
looking
it's 'cause I'm
unbelievably
doing all-
gorgeous.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're so pretty.
Thank you. I got
How
a new
are we-
face.
This is what I wanted to
love
ask you off
it.
camera, but I saved it for the pod. How long have you been blonde?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
wow. What if I
The
can full circle?
hard-hitting
Because the
question.
blonde
Listen-
with that color.
Oh my God, that's why I love
is
summer.
special.
I was so sad. Saddest I've ever been. This was like this past probably June, Pride Month of all months.
Wow.
And then I put on a blonde wig for the Tonys.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Fixed everything.
Wow.
really?
Yes.
And just like that.
What'd you wear? to Tony's?
Oh, Christian Siriano, like gorgeous, like kind of like see-through meshy gown. But then actually like took the wig off and got so sad, went to Peru, did ayahuasca, came back the next day, went blonde, but I was doing a what's it called? When you dye all of it at the same time.
Someone I just learned
Bleach and
this-
tone, bleach and tone,
Oh.
bitches. I was a bleach and tone girl for like a hot 4 months. The
What's
grow out
that?
is insane because my hair is so dark. And then I also found out like actress girlies aren't really doing the bleach and tones. And so I was like, well, I'm trying to be an actress. Like
Why
now we're
are
doing
actors doing bleach and tone? I don't know what that
it's
is.
just
by the way.
very, very edgy. Like if you're gonna bleach and tone and be an actress, you need to be very serious. You need to be very smoking cigarettes. You need to be very, very
Because it's
on
like
top
a
of it.
white blonde.
Wow.
Is that
Yeah,
what you mean?
it's harsh. It's a harshness.
Wow.
And so-
Surgeon General is warning. If you go bleach and tone, you
Yeah,
gotta
so
smoke
I had
cigarettes.
to, now are doing the highlights where the grow out's a little bit bigger. It's giving a little bit more Reese Witherspoon.
It
And
is.
It's Girl Next Door.
thank
It's
you.
giving Jenny kind of from Gossip.
Oh,
Little
I
J,
love
Little
her.
J.
Well, she had her period of time too. That was like she went through it on that show.
Yeah. Well,
I
you know that I
know.
recently saw something that I can't tell if it's AI or not. It must be AI, but it was like a video of like Taylor Momsen walking out of I guess space and being like accosted by paparazzi, and then she does literal parkour through a parking lot to get away from them.
No.
Do you think that's
Send it
AI
to
or
me. Send it
real?
to me. Send it
Okay,
to me.
I'll have
She's
to
still
find it.
blonde.
She is blonde, but it wasn't in current day. I think it was like in her heyday.
Have you ever dyed your hair?
No, it's not like
Do it in summer. It'll change.
Well, I am getting some grays, you know.
I like it.
You could do like a bleached moment, I think.
I've never dyed my hair.
know.
That's also really weird to me.
I know, but it's so soft.
It's really healthy, but I want you to just
Oh, I want to go
fuck it up.
blonde. I do want to go blonde. I wore a blonde wig when I did your favorite TV show, High Maintenance.
Yeah.
And it looked so good on me. But wait, I
But how
had
did you
something to
take it
ask
off
you
and
this.
not
Yeah.
diet?
She wasn't on ayahuasca.
I wasn't on ayahuasca.
She never
And
did
that's what
ayahuasca.
that was the,
I
the
didn't go to
pipeline.
Peru.
Um,
What was I going to ask you? Did you know there's a Sephora at Disneyland?
yes,
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
they've got everything.
What if we kiss at the Sephora in Disneyland?
Can I tell you this? I'm never going there again.
Never. Have you been to Disney World?
Yeah, when I was 7, my mom said we could never go back.
Why?
She got nauseous.
Wow. From the turkey legs?
Yeah, she had too many turkey legs.
Did you have someone taking you through like all the?
Oh yeah,
the
it was
back
actually
line?
divine. It was
Yeah, that's
divine.
bougie.
But keep going. What were you saying?
I think that this summer, if we just did like a Paris Fashion Week, we all were
Sure.
blonde,
Yeah.
actual blondes, no wigs,
Yes.
and then we went to Disneyland Paris, things would change.
Wait,
I'm
how should I get
100%
huge on TikTok? Do my stand-up bits, you think? Or like, should I do front facing?
Help us.
We have to do both, but I
Yeah.
do want to keep you a little bit heightened. I want to keep the mystery alive a little bit because
Totally.
we're pushing it with this already.
Yeah, elevated.
And so we did. Well, I will say the Seek Treatment like videos are going to be amazing on there.
Uh-huh.
Like I think
Oh,
very
yeah.
fun.
Thank
really need to get on
you.
that.
Yeah.
And then for you, I want to see a few more outfits of the day.
I know, but I
Oh,
can't.
wow.
I want to see
I don't
if
have
you
any
get
outfits.
ready with me.
Yeah.
I want to.
This to me is like dressed up. Like this is like
What about like some
Dylan's coming on the
transition
pod.
video? Like
Yeah.
oh,
They're so
play
difficult.
shimmer.
I mean, maybe you did it at the beginning. I assume you don't. How do you know how to edit your videos?
I do all of them myself
No.
because
With what
you know that
device?
I like start. I just talk to the camera and then I hit end. I don't know how to do any of the crazy stuff.
You don't do
Yeah.
the cookies?
Well, I'll do like a hand over the camera, pull back. I look
Yeah.
fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
some
So
10 people
cute.
made me do
So,
that.
though, even those are hard, or when they jump and they're in a different outfit. I think that's so
Did you
special.
see I tried to do a Get Ready With Me?
I haven't seen it.
It's in a literal pitch black bathroom in Portland, and I'm like, "Hey guys, dropping everything." It looks like absolute shit. It's 7 minutes long. It's like, I'm like, of course this isn't going viral. It's
Yeah.
a disaster.
Well, now it'll show that
I
on
gotta learn.
my
Yeah.
TikTok for you.
Yeah,
This
the
Christian,
Go in, get ready with me. 7
algorithm.
minutes.
This Christian influencer I follow as a joke, like she used to be like,
What if she's watching this though right now?
but then
she would never. She
would never, she
She's
would never.
too much sin.
She's too much sin is involved, and she would like she never kissed her husband till her wedding, but she said like actually isn't in scripture, but it just was their choice. But scripture leaves it open to interpretation if you do choose to kiss your husband before your wedding. But now all her videos are like how to wear makeup in a godly way, and
Let's stitch it.
and now
This. You're looking
Reveal.
at it.
Reveal.
No fake
Eyebrow
lashes.
ring.
Yeah.
but now she's married to this guy whose name is Dave, D-A-V, with like a little line over the A. And now she's changed her whole brand to being a sex influencer, but it's like sex like within marriage as a Christian, and no one engages with any of her stuff.
Except for you.
But she did like a get ready. She was doing like a I'm doing my makeup and talk. She didn't call it a get ready with me video, but you can tell she just watched TikToks where people are doing their makeup while they talk to the camera. But she kept forgetting that like she just was clearly like she wasn't actually getting ready for anything, and then she would remember like every like 45 seconds, and she would like go like that with the blush thing.
I connect with that. Wait, what was I gonna ask you? Oh my god.
Fashion, religion, blonde, summer.
It'll come
Disney.
To me. If it's important, it'll come to me. Now let's ask crush of the week. Same for crush of the week. My relationship with Disneyland is fraught, and I know I've been rude about it, but it is ultimately a crush because they have free tampons in the bathroom.
Oh wow!
Shout out, feminist utopia.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel weird and wacky and wonderful.
I wonder why.
Who's your crush of the week?
I have two. My first crush of the week is anyone watching this that would want me to say their name right now. Because I like want to love someone who loves me.
Uh-huh.
And then my other crush is Kristen Stewart because
Oh, such a good one.
every single thing was working against me, I swear to God. Sundance. She has 2 movies there. I already had 2 different opportunities.
Oh,
And I find myself at like the pre and post receptions for both of her movies. Didn't see her once, but did see her movie Love Lies Bleeding, A24.
Oh, really?
So hot. And what's really weird is Twilight. So my 3 favorite things, Twilight, Cheer on Netflix, Seek Treatment.
stop.
But Twilight being number 1, I was always Team Edward, but now I'm weirdly like Team Bella. Like I would want to
Totally.
kiss Bella
Uh-huh.
or both of them. And I think that like Kristen Stewart right now feels fresh. I think she's in a relationship, but like
She is so hot.
she's so hot.
I'm not attracted to
And
her.
she's so talented. Every movie she does, I'm just
Don't
like,
listen to
yeah.
him.
Don't.
Kristen.
Kristen,
I
don't
can't,
worry,
I
don't
can't have you
worry.
ruin this for me. That's what's weird. Yeah.
But Robert Pattinson really, you know that
Having a baby.
in high school, I got a signed picture of him gifted to me.
Really?
I love him.
I saw him at Sunset Tower once. Took me everything in me not to go
Wow.
up there.
You could have.
No, I really wanted to make it sacred.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm very big on like, you meet someone when you're meant to meet them.
Oh yeah.
I
But
don't
one
really-
could argue that running into someone in Sunset Tower is when you're meant to meet them.
Yeah, one could argue that.
But it's
I'm not
giving
the
it's giving
one.
fan energy and not girlfriend.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's like
saw
I would
him
be
once
so.
at the Bowery Hotel, and I ran away.
Wow, you guys are really going to the right hotel.
Different than the one like the signing picture.
What do you mean?
He didn't sign your photo that you
Oh,
got
sorry.
that same time.
Someone gave me a signed
Oh,
photo.
okay.
Like, it
So
was,
you weren't chasing him at the Bowery Hotel.
I would
with
never
it.
chase him.
Okay.
No, this was like my friend's mom literally knew I was obsessed with him and gave me like a signed picture of him, which is very
That's
sweet.
really sweet.
I ate 3 of these things. By
I
the
love
way.
moms.
Yeah.
Did you say 3?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to
That's
be a
amazing.
mom?
Oh, I do, and that's a very
Yeah.
controversial take.
Why?
But because I think like people like the idea of like a trans mother is like very taboo at the
Mm.
moment. But I think that will help kind of connect the idea of womanhood, of like what it can look like and who
Mhm.
gets to be a mom, because I think motherhood is so linked to womanhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone, if that's the journey that you want to go on, then you should be able to. I think it'd be a
Totally.
really fun parent.
100%.
Stage in the backyard,
La 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 every
dance
day.
competitions.
Dance
Oh
mom.
my god.
Yeah.
Dance mom.
That's beautiful. So you have 2 crushes. You had 2 crushes, and then do you guys feel hot today?
I do feel hot today.
Yeah.
I didn't feel hot yesterday,
Hmm.
but we weren't recording yesterday.
Lucky us.
I do feel hot today.
Whenever I hear the word lucky, you know what I think? Yeah, luckily.
What's that from?
It's from Legally Blonde. And she
Oh.
goes, my lucky scrunchie, it helped me pass Spanish. And she's like, you passed Spanish because you gave the professor a lap dance. Yeah, luckily.
Oh yeah, well that reminds
It's
me.
such a
Of,
good line.
That
Like, I
was
wish I wrote
good.
that
That was
dialogue.
good.
Yeah.
that reminds me of in
Luckily.
2019 when
Yeah,
you had
I
a
know.
dinner party and someone down the table mentioned the movie.
That was 2021.
Legally, that was 2021.
Yeah,
Legally
time flies.
Blonde, and you looked up from your plate and yelled down the table, "So good!"
Best movie.
What is your sign?
Capricorn.
Wow.
Oh.
So it's coming up.
Oh no, December
It just
29th.
passed.
Oh,
27.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
So young.
And I feel hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look great.
You
I-
just turned 27.
Well, and I'm not wearing any or I am wearing mascara. I usually wear fake lashes.
see.
I'm realizing less makeup actually makes me feel less hot or more hot.
Totally.
And
Do you
the
have a
eyebrow
favorite
piercing.
lash brand?
Oh fuck. I'm loving I love anything tubed. I love a tubed mascara.
yeah, of
Huh.
course.
They come off so you ever?
I don't know. Should
You-
I try that?
You know what that is?
I've heard about it.
Okay.
I feel like it's the main kind. No.
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh, really?
So tubing
What
mascara.
brand?
There's Hourglass, there's Half Magic, there's a few different
Oh, okay, I
like
haven't-
great ones. It's basically it coats your lash, but then it creates like a tube effect, so it comes right off. Like
I
just if
see.
you're wearing mascara every day, especially waterproof, that is going to be bad for your lashes.
I know. I'm kind of bad at taking my makeup off.
But if you're gonna cry that day, don't wear it.
You never know with me.
I'm
and
that's why
also, I try and buy as much drugstore makeup as possible, just because I'm like, it's the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're the Bethany jumped out.
I have stuff for you at my house.
I'm coming to your cabin in the woods.
But you live in.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of cabinets full with mascara.
I'm coming.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is heaven.
Thank you for being so
Best
vulnerable and sharing your life with
Day
us.
Yeah.
ever. I love being bad with you. Like this is so off brand. Like this entire conversation.
Are we
so thank God my
naughty?
team is not here.
Really? Would they be censoring you?
No, I just think that I've been a good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
I needed you.
And do
to
you want to like express
set me
yourself more and
straight.
be more like?
But the Dylan Harlot came out tonight.
Yes, this is
Dylan Harlot.
Dylan the Harlot. Probably will change it right after, unless somebody else took it. And yeah, it feels so good. I'm kind of weird, and it feels so nice to like be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see your show and like what you.
I know.
Singing.
I can't wait to see what your act. Yeah, what your act.
I can't wait to hear your single.
Oh my God.
Even though the lights are lit,
Even though the stars are blind.
Oh my god.
one day we'll do a duet.
I will.
Oh my God. Could you
Can you
imagine?
imagine at Fringe?
I watched her. I will say, like, I was at the Miley Dolly New Year's ball drop going into 2023,
Shout out.
and like Paris came out and sang it, and I didn't know Paris was gonna be there. I certainly didn't know she was gonna do a duet of Stars Are Blind with Miley, and it just like I've never left my body in that specific way, like as I did when I
That's
was there
special.
hearing Paris sing "Stars Are Blind." Like it was really special.
That's so gay. And amazing. Now, I just had this crazy flash because I can't believe like I could just ask you right now.
What?
You know, you're like, events, I want to go to
Yeah.
events. The way that it needs to be a TikTok audio that we can fucking use when.
How do I do that?
Oh my God.
Will you help me with TikTok?
Yes, but the whole thing is like, I'm always like out the door somewhere, like, and I'm going to 1,000 things and I want to be like, here's my outfit.
If you use my song, I would be blissed
But then the other
out.
question I had, so are all your songs on Spotify?
I can only put some of the songs on Spotify because Netflix like owns those songs.
So we can't listen to them anywhere else unless we watch?
Yeah, but I don't know if that lasts forever. I have to check.
Okay,
Nothing
because
lasts forever.
it's really sad when I'm driving over here,
Oh my
can't listen to
God.
everything.
Okay, but I think, yeah, I guess like I must have posted a clip of the event song on my TikTok, but no one sampled the audio.
Except now
Except until now.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh, I gotta do an event song so you can sample my audio.
Yeah. Do you sing?
No, God, no.
Yes, you do.
So I did have like my two friends at the gym, this couple. That I told them I had shows. They were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I have shows this week." And they were like, "Oh, you're a singer." But it's just funny because
Yes.
I would hear me talk and be like, "Oh, that's not a person who's a singer."
Anyone's a singer.
I think you're a singer.
Anyone can
I
whistle.
could never.
Broadway.
I
Broadway.
I like can't even hear different notes of songs.
It's true.
Is that why you moved to LA?
Because I didn't want to be
Are you
on
gonna
Broadway.
stay here?
I'm gonna stay here like until I would move back to New York when I like if I feel like I'd really made a lot of money and could live in a space that like I really wanted to live. It wouldn't even take that
I
much
really
money.
want so much money.
Or when I had a certain career cachet that I could be like, I want to do a writer's room, but it's gonna be in New York. You know what I mean?
I'd rather be unemployed here.
Yeah.
Opposite.
I want to take you to line dancing still.
Oh, we have
wait,
to
the queer
go.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things that when you're going to LA, people are like, you should do the queer line.
Can we go
dancing."
tomorrow night?
I would go.
I can't go tomorrow.
Maybe
Oh.
we go.
Y'all should
Yeah.
go. I just got the most fabulous red cowgirl boots.
Did
They're not with me. It's hard to bring all your boots everywhere.
so heavy.
You know what I'm talking about.
Gotta wear them on the plane.
I got my shoes.
And you'll look really fun in the airport.
That is a crazy thing to wear on.
This outfit with red cowboy boots.
This hat with red cowboy boots is immediately run away.
The men just
Remember when you
flocking.
wore boots to Six Flags?
Do you like Six Flags?
Love roller coasters.
It's my favorite thing in the entire world.
We
No
went-
one
Love
ever
roller
goes with
coasters.
me.
We went. Oh my God, we have to
Magic
go.
Mountain?
Yes,
Where's
I've
the
never.
nearest one?
So we went to the one in New Jersey like 4 years ago.
And
This is different.
I wore Stuart Weitzman knee-high white.
Because it was like a
go-go
last
boots.
minute call. We were driving home from a show in
And
Philly.
we were like, should we go to Six? That was so
Driving
fun.
home from a show?
Wait, we did shows in Philly and stayed at this Airbnb, and then we were driving back to New York, and we went to
Like-
Six Flags.
And it was Fright Fest.
With,
Oh,
with
no.
with Catherine's current and my two exes ago.
It was so major.
Yeah,
But we got to go to Magic Mountain.
I would
now.
love to.
What's
Really
Magic
crazy.
I
Mountain?
just said to Catherine, me, I need to go back to Six Flags because we didn't pay for the thing that's like you get to go on. So we spent we
We-
went like
we-
4
You gotta
rides.
get the
yeah.
gold fast
Really?
pass.
Yeah.
We were there for 12 hours. We went on 3 rides.
Yeah.
In line?
I
Us with our-
love.
us with our
No.
boyfriends.
Nope.
I
I mean,
love-
fun to talk in the line, but
But it's-
not.
We talked about my main memory of what we discussed is human pups.
Oh yeah, we did talk
We
about
stood
that.
in
could
line
never
talking about
imagine you
you.
playing. What's the game?
Oh,
you ever do
yeah,
that one?
yeah.
What's that?
Never on a
Heads up.
line.
Never thought that was. It's off brand for Seek Treatment.
What's heads up?
I never
Gonk,
played.
gonk, gonk,
It's like
gonk.
it shows like a
Heads up,
celebrity
heads
name.
up.
Heads up, and
Gonk,
you're like
gonk,
you're like,
gonk,
oh,
gonk.
she's in Family Stone. Oh, she's in Sex and the City.
You don't know the.
Oh my
What
God.
are you talking about?
Okay. You not knowing Heads Up, let alone not playing it in the Disneyland line, the most on-brand thing I've ever seen for Cat Cohen in my
you're
entire
not a
life.
games person.
I hate games.
Are you a games person? I want to do like a game night. I want to have a
I
game
can do
night.
a game
I
night.
girls.
We got things to do. We got rides to ride.
What's
We
everyone
got
doing
cowboy
tonight?
boots to dance. What?
What's everyone doing tonight?
I think we're going to Sia's house right now.
Shut
Are
the
you?
Dylan,
Oh my God, Tim! Oh my God, Tim!
What? Oh, fuck,
She has a petting zoo.
Oh my God!
what the fuck are you talking about?
Honey, I wish I
Do you think
knew.
we're the biggest losers on planet Earth?
No,
We've never
I
been
would
to-
actually, but if you were like, no, like, you're actually going to go have chips with us, I would go eat the
Chips?
chips instead.
I have
Sia's house.
What are you doing?
I have a show that's one of those shows that I'm like, why did I say
Not
yes to
see
this show?
no. What?
You
I have a show that's one of those shows that I'm like, why did I say yes to it?
because you're a talent.
I'm a
Your
talent.
face.
You got
But it's not like
commitment.
stand up even. It's like
Oh.
sometimes people have ideas for shows that they don't want you to be in, and you don't even get to do your stand
Do you
up.
know what you're going to
ideas.
do in it?
I've been sent a script.
Oh, this is worse than I thought. Doctor, it's worse than I
No,
thought.
I love everyone involved. I'm so grateful to be cast in the
Totally.
production. But it's just you know, I
I'm
could
gonna
have
go to
stayed
Target
home.
and then go to my friend's house.
What's at Target for you?
More
More diapers.
No, literally, I was like, I need to buy a bunch of big underwear because I don't normally wear underwear.
How big are we talking?
Big enough to hold a big pad. I'm sorry, I'm not like a kind of girl who's always like, my fucking period. But when you haven't had one in years, it feels quite intense.
I'm
So
sure.
you don't do granny panties usually?
I don't wear any panties.
Oh, I only have one pair of granny panties. Wore them today because I knew I was gonna.
Well, yeah, when you're that panties, yeah.
You can literally borrow these. I'm out the door.
Yeah, do you mind taking those off before you
Sia's,
go?
I don't need those.
No, it's Sia's. It's just nothing.
The petting
A thong
zoo.
under the
What?
or under the granny panty though for me right now.
For real.
Yeah.
What's at the petting zoo?
Wish I knew. It's everyone's supposed to wear red.
Wait, what?
I
Okay,
don't
who's
know.
gonna be there?
Yeah, who's
I
in
don't.
the-
Lance Bass probably.
Are you gonna be in that video? Where it's like, I'm unstoppable.
I was at one of those.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
I want to go to see his house.
Yeah. Definitely tell her about us.
Sia's Magic Fountain.
Will you bring
Queer
bring
line
us up?
dancing.
Clear Light Line dancing.
Bring us up at Sia's
Yeah.
When do you leave LA?
Tuesday.
No. I hate that.
I know.
Yeah,
That's so
I
lame.
know.
So lame.
It's
I know. I
really
forget
hard
that
to be
you're
a
not here
friend
now.
after a week.
I know. It's really bizarre. But I'm coming back for maybe April, May.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're
Well,
just
you know,
going
I
for-
have to go. I have shows in DC and
Mm.
Boston, and I'm
Yeah.
randomly going to Vancouver. Have you been there?
No.
I went there a year ago.
Good
That's where I'm
TV
going.
film scene.
Yeah. There's a festival.
Oh.
I'm unstoppable. That's
Mem-
cool.
Remember the romance in Vancouver?
Oh, wait.
Canadian?
Canadian, but he had been at one of our shows. I'm
I
sure he's
think I know what
listening.
you're
Oh.
talking about.
He was visually impaired.
Do you have dual citizenship?
No.
We should.
I know.
We should for every country.
We should actually, that's more important for me right now. Just like in the state of our country, I
Yeah.
have to be with a Canadian or someone from London.
I was gonna say, let's all move to London.
I also
That's
have
my
a
dream.
crush in London.
You do?
Made out with a guy in London once.
Do you still have the number?
No, but like he DM'd me happy birthday this year. But sometimes I think he might have a boyfriend now. But also, he's like 30, 31. And it's too young for me.
Why are you against young people?
I'm just
You said you were against young people.
Well, yeah, but I'm young.
no,
but like
I can't be the older that someone
can't.
seeks. No.
okay.
I always connect like with an older guy for some reason.
And this one's younger.
Yeah, but
There's other
but
older
he's
British
Euro,
people,
but
I'm
he's
pretty
Euro.
sure.
It's not even like
Oh
a
my
rich
God.
thing. Like I don't. It's not like I'm
Oh,
like I just
what
want to
do
be
you
a
say?
sugar baby.
I forgot. This is what we need to manifest that we were talking about when we met. We were doing Chicago.
Oh, the
me and you.
musical.
We're doing Chicago the musical.
This
We'll do West End or Broadway.
This is actually a really good like little hey, we're talking social media here.
Yeah.
So there's like right now in the clip, it's us going, which one do you think we should be, Velma or Roxy?
yeah, sound off in the comments.
Yes. I think you think Roxy for yourself.
Oh, I think people would assume. Well, obviously you're a Roxy, you're a Velma because I have brown hair, you have blonde.
Oh.
But I think bait and switch.
Wig, wig, wig.
I want to go. I want to go.
He loves me so, that funny honey of mine.
I think I maybe could do Roxy. Maybe you could do Velma.
Come on.
Bring that
babe,
fire.
Why don't we?
And I just
Okay.
want to be a random jail girl.
Oh, no, you're for
Yeah,
sure
you
like
could be Pop Squish.
yeah.
Do you want to be Cicero or Lipschitz?
Yeah, I want to be Lipschitz because it's from Rugrats.
Oh,
wait,
I always think
what's
that.
the main guy's name is Billy Flynn, right?
Yes.
Could you imagine if you were Billy Flynn and then it was the two of us?
I haven't seen Chicago.
We
in
sell
so
out like
long.
34% of the theater every single week.
the 30 truth slits
But
in the
I was
front.
thinking maybe you dye your hair blonde for the role to show how much you
100%.
care.
Do you still love Broadway where you'll like go to New York to keep up at Broadway?
I would rather be on the cover of Playbill than on Vogue.
Yeah.
Love. I listen. I look at
That's so
everything.
beautiful.
I know who's in everything.
Yeah.
You're in the know.
Yeah. You.
No, I saw Sweeney Todd this summer.
Oh,
Yeah.
My brother saw that last night.
it's dark. My friend. Oh, Joe
Yeah.
Locke is in that now
Shout out.
from Heartstopper. Did you,
You know
watch
my
that
brother.
show?
You know my
No.
brother's Broadway.
Really?
He was. This is the most exciting story. I'm so proud of him. He was understudying the lead in the off-Broadway production of
I
I
didn't
Can
know
Get It
this.
For You Wholesale. He was understudying Santino Fontana. Recent this past winter. And in the last week of performances, he's never gone on. Last week of performances, 10 minutes left of the show. The stage manager's like, Billy, come. Time to get dressed. No warm-up, nothing. Does the emotional peak of the performance. Absolutely crushes it. I've never been so emotional, so proud of him. He's so talented.
Wow, Billy.
Go
But now he's
Cohen.
on Broadway?
Name I have to remember.
Not yet, but he's
Well,
Broadway.
So everyone in your family just so talented.
Thank you. Just me and my brother are actors.
She has one
Okay.
other brother.
There's another
That's so
one.
mean.
One other. Well, he's not an actor.
Is that one
I know,
bisexual?
He's very talented. They're
No.
both straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird.
You start thinking for me though.
100p.
Okay, cool.
I posted me with a girl on like a few days ago, and one of Catherine's youngest brother
Oh God.
DM'd, responded and said, "So fucking hot."
I don't like that.
To you and a girl?
Like about the girl.
He thinks the girl.
Oh,
He thinks the
Or
girl.
sometimes he'll like say things like about certain friends of mine. I'm like,
He's your straighter brother for sure. No offense
Yeah,
to the
agree,
no offense to the
agree.
gay one.
He can objectify me.
agree.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, you can objectify, just don't say it to me.
No.
And don't say to my gay friend.
That is kind of a
Don't.
weird, touchy thing. Or, this is another tea. So at Sundance, there was
Another
like
tea.
a guy that I was like,
For it.
there was a guy and he like ended up in my story and I thought he was really cute. We started following each other. And then his sister apparently was like, that's my brother, like a girl I know. And then I was like,
Oh.
maybe I'm not allowed to like him anymore.
Oh no,
Oh
you
no,
are.
I always encourage my friends to date my brothers. I'm like, I want you in the family. Let's get it going.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Do you enjoy being at Sundance?
I loved it.
I
One
went
day
there.
we'll go, Pat.
I went there
Exhausting.
4 years ago.
One day I'll go, Catherine.
I went there, and guess what? Someone from Portlandia was rude to me there.
Okay, I'm obsessed. We've now talked about that in every episode we've ever done. Shout out.
You also have really inspired me to like, I am so scared to say anything like, this person, and you
Oh.
really have taught me how to be like very
How to
real.
make enemies?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's very powerful because
Strangers to lovers to enemies.
What's that from?
Renee Rapp?
Oh, I don't know, but wait, want to hear something like this? I almost
I'm really,
have
really
to walk
loving
off stage.
clips
I almost
of
had
her
to,
lately.
I almost had to walk off stage at the Improv the other night because a girl in the front row looked so much like Renee Rapp that it was actually so dissonant and like distracting.
Maybe it was her.
No, because I stopped the show and I said, "I'm sorry." I was literally in the middle of my really long bit and I had to stop the entire bit and be like, "I'm sorry, you look so much like Renee Rapp. It's distracting." And you have to leave the show.
She's so
She
beautiful.
did it. But yeah, of course she took it as a huge compliment.
Yeah, she's so hot.
But
God
then
bless.
she was like, I get that all the time. My coworker DM'd me it. And I was like, that's
My coworker
weird.
didn't do it. Wait, I feel like we have to wrap up, but I have one more thing to say. I can't imagine it not being part of the episode.
Has to get in.
Oh, I just think there's a difference. Just like, being like honest about people how they treat you. I don't know, but there's like people brushing me off or being rude. But when someone's actually rude or actually hurts you, it's like, yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
And and you know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So easy to be nice. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say about
I
that.
thought so too.
Yeah.
Feels like more difficult.
Well, smart people are nice, and when you're cruel, it's because you're being sort of like short-sighted. I'm in such a raw state right now. Okay, well, thank you so much. I feel like we should wrap it.
Yeah.
Time of my life.
Thank
man,
you.
thank you so much for coming
Well,
on.
it felt like 1 minute.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't scratch the surface.
I can't even look at the clock. I don't know if
Oh
I'm
my
really
Dylan
going to
God.
has
see
been
us or
screaming
not.
because we only got 1 minute of content with you.
Ooh.
Love you so much.
That's all TikTok needs to be.
I know.
That's our lesson for today. God bless.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Are you mad at me?
Oh my God. No, are you mad at me?
No, are you mad at me?
No.
Or are you mad at me that I didn't dress up?
I actually, it made me less mad. It made me like you
Oh,
more.
Thank you.
Wow.
Love it. All right, love y'all.
Love y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Spin drift.
Spin we're still.
First water of the week.
Okay.
If you're boring as fuck, seek treatment. If you're unlucky in love, seek treatment. If you just can't take a hint, well, seek treatment. With Kat and Pat.
That was a Headgum podcast.